What is up? What is up, everybody? Happy, what day is it? Friday night. You know what I mean? We have the Brewers. We have the Dodgers. Dodgers up 3-0. We're going to see if the the Brewers can change that tonight. We're going to find out. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. The first comment of the stream, you know what I mean? Appreciate that, you know what I mean? We're going to have a good time tonight, though. What's up, Frosty the Snowman? In the building over here. What's up, Frosty? Second comment of the night. You know, I'll give you air horn tonight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's just chilling.
Yeah. I just like using that, you know what I mean? But I appreciate you hanging out with us over here. This game, I think, has got about 5-10 minutes to go before they start this thing. Do you think the Brewers can win this thing? As we got the lineup over here on the screen. Well, what do we think? And do you think the Brewers got a chance for this thing? Keep this series going, or does it end tonight? A lot of talk all this week about, especially the last few days about, salary cap and baseball, whatever. I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that because I'm not a baseball guy enough to, But I don't know. I feel like a salary cap would be better in baseball, but I get why there's not.
It does come into play, but you got to look at it too. I mean, there's talent on both sides. The Brewers did have the best record in baseball,
Yeah, but I just feel like you have, but like people were saying like the Dodgers, like they had pitchers who they just didn't use like halfway through the season, so like they're fresh. And I'm not complaining because it is what it is. The Dodgers are a good team. Like you say, the Brewers had a good season. They best record in baseball. I don't know, and I don't like to talk about the salary cap in baseball because I'm not a baseball guy, so I'm not gonna start talking like,
Yeah.
I'll fix this game. I'll fix this league, you know what I mean? So, but I don't know. It's weird like when one team has like whatever salary cap and the other team is like way, half of that or whatever. But teams do it though.
Yeah, and I'm not going to make any excuses for the Brewers, but their starting rotation and pitching is injured. A lot of it is injured.
Yeah.
And that does really make a difference,
Oh yeah. Absolutely. We're going to see, go out here and win this thing. You know what I mean? It's Friday night. I have off tomorrow, so I want to have fun tonight. I don't want to watch, I don't want to watch no L's. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like the Cub fans.
See, there you go, Aaron. See, Aaron's got the spirit. They're going to win this one tonight. Yes.
Yeah, dude, absolutely, dude. Positive vibes only in this stream. You know what I mean? But, it should be a good one. Hopefully they can pull this thing off. And we're going to find out there, Vinny.
We are definitely going to find out, and I am ready tonight. We've got the new sound effect ready for tonight too.
Yeah, we got some new stuff.
So we're good.
It's going to be a fun stream, you know what I mean? Appreciate everyone tuning in. Positive wisdom is absolutely right. Let's get the bats going, you know what I mean? Let's get these Brewers cracking out some runs in this one, make this a fun one. I would like for the Brewers just to get one. Just get one easy win. Just
how about this?
Light it up, get the bats rolling, play defense, really stick it to them a little bit. But, the first three games.
Get some score predictions out there, too. Let's see, what does everybody think?
Yeah, score predictions, you know what I mean? I'll say 7-4 Brewers. Why not? No, it's probably going to be close.
Well, they've been pretty cold lately. That'd be kind of cool just to see the bats explode once.
Just to get it going, you know what I mean?
Even if it's the only win they get, crush them once would be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them, because, they done it during the regular season. Let's get after, like you say, that they got some injuries over here. But go Brewers, go is absolutely right. Hopefully they can get this dub tonight. I think this game started at 7:38, 7:37, so this thing's going to be underway over here.
I say 5-4 Brewers.
5-4. Yeah, I think probably a one-run game, 5-4. I'll say 6-5. Just I said 7-4 first, but I think it's gonna be close. I think it's probably gonna come down to the last inning.
But I
at least have to hold in the last inning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder. I just have this gut feeling the Brewers aren't going to score till probably halfway into the game. So
Right, so who's pitching for the Dodgers here? Who is this guy? Can you say his name?
Yes, his name is Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani. I think that's how you said Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Right-handed pitcher. He's got a 4.50 ERA.
Yeah, they're showing right here the Brewers batting order on TV. You got it right here too. But
yep.
Yeah. So we're gonna see. Yelich, dude. Can Yelich get it going?
He needs to badly.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like what everyone's talking about. Aaron said, "What a game between Rogers and Flacco yesterday. That was a good game. We had a watch party.
It was.
That was a fun game to watch. Rogers got tackled by his own guy, got up a little fiery. You know what I mean? That was funny. Then the people were talking about the Packers, playing the Bengals close, but the Bengals, I think the Packers are kind of fortunate they played the Bengals on Flacco's first game over there because I think that they might get some stuff because they have the players. The Bengals do. They just didn't have a quarterback. Not that I think Flacco's end all be all, but I think the more he's comfortable in there, they can protect him. They're going to be all right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Fred G doesn't have to go to sleep at 8:30. There you go. You know what I mean?
There you go, Fred. Yeah.
It's always nice when you don't got to go to sleep early.
Hey, and speaking of Rodgers, hats off to him for being able to throw it 70 yards yet.
Yeah. And I wasn't surprised at all. I even seen that people talking about that, like on social media, like reporters and stuff. Like, can you believe Rodgers threw 70 yards? Yeah, I can. I'm not surprised. But here we're gonna have the first pitch coming out over here. What is up, Rick? How you doing? Brew leave. Let's go, Brew. Here comes the first pitch. That's gonna be a ball.
That is a ball. There we go.
So we go
just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside. That was around the corner. You know what I mean?
Look at Terang batting a 125 in this.
And that's going to be another ball. So it's going to be 0-2 count right here. Or 2-0 count. I don't know why I always say that wrong.
2-0. 2-0. You always start with the balls. Start with the balls.
I know. Hey, you know what I mean?
All right, the windup and the 2-0.
And that's going to be a fouled off right there. You know what I mean?
See, that's what you need to do. That should be your catch. You know what I mean? There you go.
Yeah, I say that a lot. All right, here we go. 2-1 Cat. Here comes the pitch. He's got a piece of that. That's going to be fouled off. Need Brewers defense to get after right here. Yeah, that was an insane game talking about last night. I think that's what you're talking about, right? That was a fun one. Battle of the old folks home right there. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's going to be low. That's going to be a ball. So 3-2 count. Full count there, Vinny.
That is a full count, yes.
See?
All right, now what would you do? 3-2, would you watch the pitch or would you swing away? What would you do in this situation?
I mean, if it looked like it was decent, I'm swinging. If it looked like it was anywhere near, like right there, we got a walk, though. So there we go. We got the winning run on base. Is it too early to say that?
You could. Why not?
Yelich stinking the place up this series. Think I would have set him tonight. I don't know if I would sit him. I don't think ever. I think that's your guy. Like you want him to, thrive, and you want him to pick it up. And I think in baseball, that's kind of how it is when guys are on like slumps. I mean, obviously the playoffs is a little bit different, especially down 3-0. But I don't think in any situation you would sit a superstar like that. What do you think, Vinny?
He's still the face of the franchise right now.
Yeah, they're not gonna.
You got to have him out there.
I mean, in the playoffs, no matter what, you kind of hope that he brings it together. Here comes a swing and a miss. That's gonna be a strike 2.
Then the other question would be, who would you replace him with?
Yeah.
If
only front row Amy could be there.
I know.
How long till Watson gets back? Can't wait to see him in Golden stretch the field. Also, once Reed gets back, I think that we missed that one. Was that a strike or a ball there?
That was he fouled it back.
That fouled it
so
back.
So it's still 0-2. Yep.
Yeah, I was reading a comment over here. I don't think Watson's definitely not playing this week. I think maybe the following week you'll see Watson. I think
there has been some video of him practicing. Game. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been practicing, but he's not playing this week. They got some injuries, the Packers do. But here goes the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3, and he's sitting down. Here we go. Aaron, remember in the last series, Brewers were on the edge of sweeping Cubs, and they started winning. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it is. True. It seems like in baseball. I don't watch a ton of baseball, but it kind of seems how it is. Even basketball, when they have a series, teams go down, and then they get it together, kind of make that series go. That's why people always think that they're like rigged, especially baseball. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be inside for a ball.
Yeah, but being down 3-0 elimination, we have to win out. This is tough.
Backs against the wall type of situation.
Well, hi, Erica. How are you doing tonight?
And that's going to be low for a ball. That's going to be 2-0 count.
See, I want to see the Matt Ramage head on the bases go around the base. I want to see.
Depends on which eye Matt's seeing the 3-2 pitch with if he swung or not. Dude, I can't hit a baseball. I got bad hand-eye coordination. That's going to be a swing. You got a piece of that. That's going to go foul. 2-1 count over here for Yelich. Good evening, kinda, sir. Mariners stinking it up. Guessing that's why I'm a Packers fan from the Seattle area. You know what I mean? Hey, good luck, man. All right, here, let's see what Yelich can do. That's going to be, they're going to call that a strike right on the bottom corner.
Right on the
there.
lower corner, yep. 2-2.
That was a good pitch right there.
It was.
2-2 is the count. Come on, Yelich, get a piece of that, and that's going to be fouled off.
See, he just doesn't have the zing anymore. He's in a major slump, big time.
Yeah. That's got to suck for a baseball player, especially like a superstar player. Just like what happened? It's like that movie Rookie of the Year when it just your talent goes away.
Yeah.
And then eventually it comes back. And then usually. All right, we got a leading off over here on first. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a low, and that's going to be a strike, and he is out. No swing. Back-to-back strikeouts right there.
And the old man noises are starting early.
Yeah. Old people, you know what I mean? They're out here. I work with some of them. I work with people who have worked there longer than I've been alive. You see that ball fall back right there.
You see that guy? Yeah!
He almost had a heart attack. Dude, you'd see me back there like spilling my beer, like flying everywhere. All right, we got 0-1 count over here.
All right, here we go.
You got 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be a strike.
Oh, he was going for the fence on that one.
Yeah,
1-2. Here we go. You know what? We need to pep this up. There we go.
Here comes a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. 0 balls, 3 strikes. The music did not help that situation. You know what I mean?
It didn't help. I think it kind of ruined it in a way.
I think that's on you.
I guess so.
All right, they're at commercial. We're going to hang out right here, though.
All right, we're going to the bottom of the first. No score.
Here we go. Let's go, Brewers. Let's go. Sing it. Come on, Vinny.
Oh, you want to sing? You got to sing with me then. Here we go.
No.
Go Brewers, let's go. Let's go, Brewers, let's go.
Right,
let's go,
Brewers. Don't ever do that again.
Okay, all right. I was waiting for you to say I'm the greatest. You have all my albums, don't you?
You're a music curator, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, let's see what the Brewers defense can do over here. Dodgers coming up here in the bottom of the first inning.
You're happy and
you know it, and you really want to show it. You're happy and you know it. Shake your douche.
What?
Yeah, I learned a different one than you.
Yeah, that's a different version. Yes.
But yeah, here we go. Let's see what the Brewers can do on the mound over here. Dodgers got some good pitching. Right there, that was some good pitching. The Brewers are gonna have to have the same. Stay in this series over here. You know what I mean, Vinny?
They do.
Give us your expert analysis right now, Vinny. What do the Brewers have to do to win this game?
Play good.
You know what I mean? I was expecting something better because that's the type of analyst I get.
No, actually, yeah, the pitchers definitely. I mean, they've got to play. Well, I mean, that's the obvious truth. They got to play like this is it. Their backs are against the wall, and they literally are.
Yeah, their backs are against the wall. This is gonna be a wrap. But they're gonna win this game though. Defense right there. Yeah, I think that's going to be important because, I mean, we kind of gave our predictions before, but with the pitching to the Dodgers, it's going to be hard to get, a lot of runs in. So they're going to have to play defense. They're going to have to, stop them from getting the runs. We're going to see. I think first inning, Kind of gives you a little glimpse of what the game's going to be, especially the first 2 or 3 innings. Is the Greatest Hits album coming out soon?
Oh, it's been out. Number 5 on the charts as we speak right now. Yes.
Yeah. I don't even know how Vinny has time over here.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
You know, that's why he couldn't do a stream that one day because the Emmys were on and he was there.
Yeah. Yes. No, just when I think I have free time, Matt and I come up with more ideas, and I think, okay, and I tell Matt, hey, I'm just going to get some sleep tonight. I'll work on it tomorrow. That's what I always tell him. And then the next day, dude, I was up all night. I worked on it last night. That's exactly what happens. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1-0 count over here.
Oh, yeah. They go
Here comes the pitch. That's going to be low for a ball.
Oh, they're going to give him a strike on that one.
Oh, they did give him a strike on that.
Yes, they did.
That was low. Yeah, all right. We'll take it. You know what I mean? Take anything we can get.
All right. He was 11-7 on the season.
Yeah, comes the pitch. That's going to be low. Maybe they give him another one. Nope.
No, they ain't giving him that one. No, that would have been nice, but
that makes it a lot easier, if they just call everything a strike. All right, 2-1 count over here. Bottom of the first inning. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be outside.
Oh, come on.
3-1 count right there. All right. All right, here go 3-1 count right here. He's in a bad spot right here. That's not what you want to be. Here comes the pitch.
This is the batter's pitch
and
right
it's going
here.
to be swinging a foul ball.
Oh, ball. Strike 2,
Someone
full
got
count.
Popcorn spilt, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Maybe.
All right. Which eye are you swinging with, Matt, on this one?
None of them. I swung with my arms.
Oh, all right.
3-2 count. Can he get out of this right here? And he gets a piece of that. That thing is gone, dude. That thing is gone.
Oh, dear Lord.
Home run.
Oh, dear.
Oh, all right. 1-0. Dodgers take the lead, bottom of the 9th. And he crushed that thing.
Oh. Just well, it's never too late to look into those vacation plans you had.
Here we go. Keeping her moving over here. Baseball is a lot faster these days, but that's going to be right down the middle, no swing. That's going to be a strike 1. Vinny, is that your old guy grown?
It is,
You got a piece
yes.
over here. That's going to be a base hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That's just you might hear that a lot tonight. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good hit right over his head over there. Outfield. What link are we talking about over here? And what's up, Kevin? How you doing?
Yeah. What link are we talking about? Share the
The
link.
OnlyFans link. You know what I mean?
Sausage
Here
link.
comes the pitch. It's going to be a hit, and that's going to be the outfield. Is he going to get underneath it? He is not. So we got someone running to second. Is he going to try to round second? And he does. So we got
runners on the corners.
People on the corners over here, as they say. Nobody out. You guys are on first and third. They're up 1-0. Bottom of the first, and it's not a good spot right here. That's not how you want to start a ball game.
No, definitely not. Oh. Have you ever covered Celebrity Family Feud?
What do you mean?
In case we have to switch the channel.
Game show tonight. Oh, here we go. A ball that's going to be down low.
Did he go around? No, he didn't go around. Ball 1.
Yeah. Hi, dude, help us out here.
So not a great start for the Brewers
Freddie
right
Freeman over here. This postseason got 1 home run. Let's keep it at that. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be just a bit outside. So 2-0 is the count. Hey, a lot of ball game left, you know what I mean? Not a lot of games left, though.
Yeah, it's also over for the Cubs, too, but that's fine.
Here comes the pitch. It's going to be low. We're going to give him a strike.
They're going to give him a strike on that one, yes.
I mean, I think that when they're low, like in the strike zone, is just a little bit low. It's hard for the umpire to see that.
Yeah.
Exactly where that is.
Well, and you also have the catcher kind of lifting the glove a little bit to kind of simulate that it hit higher, you know.
Yeah, they bring it up as they catch it, yeah. Here we go, 2-2 count over here.
So not only are baseball players like really disgusting where they spit a lot, they lie a lot too, if you notice.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
And a swing and a miss over here, and that's going to be...
finally something good there. Yes.
There you go. First strikeout of the game for the Brewers. That's 1 out, right?
That is 1 out, yes. Yeah, I know. It feels bad too. It's 1 out. Yeah.
Yeah, that homer was out there. Screw this game already. All right, we go. Strike. No swing on that.
There we go. I mean, I don't want to speak too early, but it looks like he's finally calming down and pitching right now. So good.
Here we go. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be... oh, yeah, you got it through the gap.
Well, I spoke too soon.
It's going to be another run scored, 2-0. Now we're going to have same thing.
Runners at the corners. Just had a run.
That's a rough card. Is there like a mercy rule? Whenever my kids were in baseball, they were getting smoked at. I used to remember they were like down 10-0 and whatever inning, they would call the game, and I would start rooting against our team. I just don't extend this game longer. We're getting whooped.
Oh, and already in the first inning, I'm posting sad uke up in the corner. See?
All right, so they got a visit to the mound. Bottom of the first inning, you're already talking to the pitcher.
See, that's the same thing I did when I was like 17, and I went home after drinking with my friends. Were you out drinking? Covering your face? No, I wasn't. I wasn't drinking. You know? No.
I almost screwed something up over here. All right, here we go. We have 212 folks watching live across all the places. I appreciate it. I think most of them are coming from X over here. We'll get to this comment over here after the pitch. Here comes, and he got a piece of that, and that's gonna be fouled off. Matt Graham says, "What do you think about these fans who say the Dodgers are doing what the teams should do in terms of spending? Fans that desire cheap ownership. No, I mean, that's not what." You can say that's what teams should do, but they're not going to. Not all teams can do that. Not all teams can spend all that money. And that's just how baseball is. No salary cap. We're gonna have ourselves. That's gonna be an out. Tap that thing near first base, and he got out. So that's gonna be 2 outs now.
Yep, and runner goes.
But yeah, second. I mean that's just kind of how baseball is. There's anything Dodgers do what all teams can do. Not all teams can't do that, and that's just That's just a fact. I tend to think, me as like not a diehard baseball fan, not the most knowledgeable baseball fan, it's going to be 3-0 here now for the Dodgers. I think that there should be a salary cap. But like I said, I don't like talking too much about baseball because I'm not like an all-knowing fan of baseball. So I'm not going to come in here and just start talking like, I'll fix this game, you know what I mean? And it's a very old, it's a very historic game. They're very particular about not making changes rash. And I do like the leagues don't make rash changes. Like the NFL sometimes they change rules willy-nilly. It seems like that they used to not do that. And then sometimes they backtrack on it. We're having a low pitch over here. 2 outs. We got a man on second. I wish there was a salary cap and a salary floor. Absolutely, I agree. I absolutely agree. And they could do like the whole sharing thing, like not like the NFL. I would just steal the NFL's model. You might have to change it, tweak it, a few things. make it so that any team, any year can do it, that they can build. But that's going to be another one to the dirt. Yeah, that's my opinion. But my opinion doesn't really mean a whole bunch because I'm not like someone who's like all dialed in and like knows all the things about baseball, the history, and all the stuff. But it seems to me that salary cap would help, and like I say, and a salary floor.
I say like the movie Basketball. Let's combine the sports, football and baseball.
Yeah.
So when the guy's going for a fly ball, just tackle the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're gonna have a big time hit, and that's gonna be popped up. He's gonna get underneath it. Can he get the catch? Good thing it's not my son because he caught it. He'd have dropped that thing.
And that's
My
it.
son used to play outfield. Whenever the balls popped up, I'd just be like praying, like, please, no, smoke yourself in the face, fall on the ground. You know what I mean? Because he has my athletic ability, but my kids, they're more athletic than I am. But that's not saying much. So is my dog. Oh, I appreciate that, man. I just say like if you're not real knowledgeable, I don't like to just start speaking, just out there. But I'm gonna use the rest area real quick. I'll be right back after these matches. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. All righty, we are back. We got some trivia stuff for some of the breaks that we got. So if you know the answers, you know what I mean? And on that next break, we will give the answer to that. So
and no cheating, no Googling.
Yeah. I think that's an excellent idea if you combine baseball and football and see what kind of sport that would be. That would be like a fun little, kind of, they had the XFL, kind of have like XMLB, but like have it so like you can designate like one player. Maybe it has to be like a shortstop or something, but they're allowed to tackle. One person on the defense is allowed to tackle. So someone's running to first base and someone's just running at them. Boom! Light them up. I think that would excite the game. I wouldn't. I'm just kidding. But that'd be a fun little side sport, I don't think. But so my wife and kids turned on Bluey. My wife likes that show, Bluey. We don't even have young kids. She watches it. My kids are older. They're not watching Bluey. But here we go. We are back over here in this thing. We have ourselves, what is that, 3-0 ball game?
It is a 3-0 ball game, yes. Is it hard for you to read that?
Yeah, the Dodger score is kind of tough. We have a ball over here up top. So there we go. Top of the second inning. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike one. Jake Bauers, 1 home run, 3 RBIs this postseason. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a swing, and he's got a piece of that, but that's going to be out. He's going to tap first base there, and off to the dugout he goes. Yay for the Packers and Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks will be interesting to see this year.
How does that look for you?
What's that?
Does that look better?
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, don't let it happen again.
Okay. Yes.
Brewers just can't get anything out of the infield. Yeah, this series has been rough. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be swing. Oh, he goes down on the swing.
Oh,
I think he twisted his ankle, did something.
no, he fouled it
That's
right
how
off of
I
his
look getting
foot
out
or
of bed in the
ankle.
morning.
Yeah.
By the way, that's how I look getting out of bed. Oh, it hit his ankle. The ball did. I
Yep.
thought he just twisted up a little bit. That's horrible. That's insanity, dude. I swear, if that happened to me, dude, not only would I not be playing baseball, I wouldn't be doing anything for a very long time.
He's like, Coach, I can't feel my legs.
That has to hurt, dude. I think it's crazy how baseball players like they get they get hit with the pitch, they get hit in like the elbow, they get hit all over the place, and they just they're like, yeah, that's fine. Howdy, Matt. You know me also as Packers driven. This is our Brewers page. All right, so shout out to Milwaukee Brewers dugout. You know what I mean? Appreciate you tuning in. Everyone go check that page out. But yeah, Packers driven. They do a good job of the Packers coverage. So that's nice. You got a Brewers page as well. And you know what I mean? Thanks for being here. We have a 3-0 ball game over here. We got one out.
Yeah.
All right, this is a high pitch. This popped up. They're gonna get underneath it, and that's gonna be another out. The second out of the inning. This game might be pretty fast if the Brewers keep playing offense like this. Yep. So here we go. We got ourselves 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be low, and that's going to be a ball. So 1-0 the count over here, 2 outs.
Just trying not to make the noises. I know, I agree.
Well,
Yes,
and then you
Durbin.
gotta-
Come on, Durbin. Yes.
The 1-1 is the count over here. If the Brewers keep playing offense like this, the game will go by fast. Well, that's the story of the whole series. You know what I mean?
True. True.
It sucks. I think I'm kind of bad luck. You know, because I started. This is like my second watch party, and bad voo. What's that? What's that word? But here comes the pitch. Dude, that was a wild pitch right there. That's gonna be ball.
You're giving bad mojo.
Mojo is the word. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think next year we might do some more Brewers watch parties. We're gonna see. I might even try some Bucks. Obviously, everything's gonna be focused on the Packers and NFL. But we have a hit right here. He's gonna get it. He's throwing it to first, and he cannot beat that.
And
That's
that is
gonna be a
it.
third out, middle of the second inning. But I'm saying it. Durbin is the MVP of this series for the Brewers.
Yeah, at least he's been connecting with the ball. I do agree.
There you go. Yeah, I've only watched a couple games that we've done. But yeah, I think I might try out some Bucks games this year. I don't know about. I think a watch party for Bucks. I'm not like probably do. I don't know what we'll do. We might try it if people want to watch and we'll hang out together. But yeah, most of the stuff's gonna be football. But this offseason, I want to try different watch parties type stuff. I've actually thought about doing like award shows, watch parties. Like I'll do anything watch party. I think it's cool, you know, people hanging out in the chat. But right here, you know, rough one, 3-0. He's the only one hitting. He's stealing bases. He's made some big defensive plays. We need some more people to do that, you know?
Yeah, there's no enthusiasm on the Brewers right now at all, period.
Drizzy says, what's interesting is the Dodgers put up 3 runs in the first inning. The Brewers have only put up 3 runs so far the whole series. Yeah, dude, it's not good, dude. It's rough out here. Dude, doing these watch parties, like when it's kind of not going the Brewers' favor, reminds me of the very first watch party I did for the Packers was the year the Packers played the Saints week 1 and got blown up. And that was my very first watch party. I wasn't real confident. I wasn't really that good at it. And it was just me staring at the TV the whole day. And I was just like, I didn't know what to say. Everyone's trolling because they got Viking Bear fans because, you know, I talk a little trash. So they're all in there just roasting me. And I was just like, oh, they got some time left. They can do it. And they just, every drive, not happening. Get to the end. The fourth quarter, I was just like, dude, let this game end. I want to be over. This is struggling. But obviously now, I've done a lot more since then. I can handle the trash talk if it happens. If you build it, they will come. You know what I mean?
Well, depending on what you're building.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. If you want to build maybe 4-run series, it's 1-run games. Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad. I mean, when you look at it, the Brewers had an amazing season, right? Most wins in franchise history for the first season, right?
Yeah.
Number 1 in the majors, best record, and to go out this way is just
yeah, it's brutal. It's brutal. I should have done some watch parties during the season when they were winning all those games. And I never really thought about it when they got into playoffs. People were like, hey, you should do a watch party for the Brewers. I'm like, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Let's check it out. And then I think I jinxed them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm not going to take anything away from the Dodgers. They are a good team, but
yeah,
it's like watching the Patriots or the Chiefs in football. The teams that are always there and they always win. Don't you get just tired of seeing the same teams all the time? You know?
Yeah. And that's going to be a strike. Well, that looked a little bit outside, but they're calling it a strike. We'll take that. You know what I mean? All right, so 0-1 count over here. Need some defense right here, Brew Crew. And that's going to be outside the, and that's a strike.
There you go. See, that's what we need. We need some Ramage energy in there. Yes.
What's up, Alex? I just want you to talk about sweep. It's a 49ers fan. The Packers have won 2 Super Bowls since the 49ers last one. I just like to remind Alex of that, you know what I mean? Here we go, 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be up high. You had to kind of go get that thing.
Just a bit outside.
Here we go, 1-2 count. No outs right here. Here comes the pitch. You get the piece of that that's me fouled off. Hey, I like Alex. Alex is actually one of my favorite trolls over on Facebook. You know what I mean? We have fun. Without trolls, where we be? I don't mean trolls in like a bad way, because I'm a troll too. Sometimes you just have to go get someone. You know what I mean? Get people riled up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Here we go. He gets a piece of that. That's me fouled off as well. Ooh.
Well, you got some of those that post to be mean, then you got some of those that post to be friendly.
Oh, yeah, some people kind of go too far and they get all fired up and they get all mad and they get all crazy about it, but it's all fun. Here we go. At this rate, I'm going to double my Buffalo Trace consumption. At this rate, I'm going to start, getting after. We might drink for every strike. He chased that thing, and that's when he popped up. That was outside, but he went and got it, and that's going to be an out. So there we go. 1 out. Dude, we got something rolling, baby. Let's go. Let's get fired up a little bit. That's the thing about football. Easy to get fired up for football, With baseball, when things ain't going well. It's rough right here. We got 1 out, you know what I mean? Positive vibes only in this chat right here. All right, here comes the pitch coming up over here, and that's going to be up top, no swing, and that's going to be ball 1. The thing about baseball, though, is they can, one inning can, really, you can come back. Doesn't matter what the deficit is. They can have a crazy inning. Just hasn't been happening in this series. That's going to be a strike on a swing.
See, look at this guy. And what is this? Andy Pages? Is that this guy's name, the batter?
Yeah.
Doesn't he kind of look like the kind of guy that would beat up his landlord? He does. Look at him.
Looks like he could. It's a tall man.
That is a very tall man, yeah. Like your rent is due. And it looks like he's got a tattoo of something from Field and Stream on his
He's got a necklace that's worth more than my house.
You see, now you brought up an interesting point the last time we did the watch party for baseball. You get a contract in the major leagues and you suddenly get like a necklace.
Yeah. They're like, thanks for signing. Here's your necklace. Put it on. Now we have a foul ball over here.
So we were bottom of the second. Count 1 and 2, 1 out. Nobody on. Matt Ramage in the
thing is, the Brewers need to get to Antani and bring out the bad Dodgers bullpen. We haven't forced the bullpen to be stressed this whole series. That's the thing. For
True.
mine,
Yeah.
we have a swing and a hit right here. He's going to try to get. Can he beat it? And that's going to be an out.
Yes.
It throws to first base. That's the thing when it seems to baseball, because I know a little bit about baseball. Obviously, I watch my kids play baseball. I'm not a diehard fan where I'm watching like every week, but I played a lot of games. You know, the show, the MLB, the show. So I kind of got the grip of it. But that kind of like it seems to be the key is you want to get their starter out. So you want to hit the bats. You want to get things, get things going. So you're kind of getting to their bullpen, and yeah, they haven't been able to do that. But and obviously they want to do the opposite. So here we go. Swing and a miss. That's going to be a strike. 2 outs right here. Bottom of the second inning. Look at that. Get those videos in, son. First pitcher to hit leadoff home run in MLB history.
First pitcher.
First
yeah.
pitcher. Was that first pitcher? All right.
Yep. Just a bit inside.
He threw it over the pitcher's head. I didn't think that happened in the majors. I know. I watched a lot of Little League in my day, and I see that happen a lot.
Oh yeah,
They
you just
run out there and hand it to him.
you got to buzz the tower every now and then. Yeah.
All right, here we go. 1-1 is the count.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fouled off.
And how to play on the left field side.
We have 323 folks watching live across a lot of places. I appreciate y'all. 300 people watching this.
That's great. They could be watching anything else, but they're watching us, so thank you.
I think they probably just stopped scrolling, put their phone on. They're probably in the bathroom.
Probably, yeah.
That's the thing that's funny about doing live streams. Like some people are watching on the toilet. That's gonna be low. That's gonna be a ball.
They could have been watching anody on the toilet, but they chose us.
I've watched
so thank you.
Yes. I watch someone, and I'll tell them too. You want to know where I'm at?
But at least they're like, this guy's great.
All right, here we go. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. That's gonna be low, and that's gonna be a full count now. Blake Snell making more money than all the Brewers pitchers combined in the NLCS. Yeah, that's just absolutely crazy.
All right, 3-2 count. Bottom of the second, 2 outs.
Here we go, full count. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a ball, and that's going to be a walk. Aaron says, hopefully Green Bay doesn't look ahead Sunday. I don't really think teams do that. I mean, I think fans do a lot, but I don't think, like, in the locker room, I don't think anyone's talking about, like, the following week. I think sometimes you just go out there and you lay an egg. But I think everyone in that locker room, I don't think anyone allows anyone else to, like talk about we've got the Steelers next week. I don't think anyone's doing that. I get it. It does seem like it, though. So I get that comment because sometimes it seems like you're playing a lesser team and it just doesn't come. But here's a swing that's going to be fouled off. But, but the Packers need to beat the teams they're supposed to beat. Like, they're a good team, but they just let teams hang out. They have to stomp out the teams they're supposed to stomp out. And I don't mean stomp out. You don't have to beat them by 50, but, like, beat the teams they're supposed to beat, by a good amount. Don't be conservative with it. Don't get soft at the end. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be inside. I don't think he swung all the way. They're checking.
Yes, he went through 0-2.
Yep, they're saying he did. So that's strike 2, 0-2 count.
And we will be live for the Packer game.
Absolutely. We're live for the Packer game. Come hang out Sunday, 3:30 Central Time. Here we go. 0-2 count. Oh, he's going to throw it to first. Steelers lost to the Bengals led by Joe Flacco. Watch the Packers put up less points than Joe Flacco against the Steelers in 2 weeks. But the same thing goes the other way. People are talking about the Packers. They barely beat the Bengals. And then the Bengals go on and beat the Steelers. The Steelers were 4-1. You know what I mean? So I think that's just how it is, like, every week. We got Greg Haynes in the building. Strawberry Plains checking in, Matt. For baseball to stay relevant, a salary cap is necessary. It can't be the Dodgers and Yankees the majority of the time. I mean, I think diehard baseball fans ain't going nowhere no matter what. But I think if you want to get, like, they could get so many more fans, I feel like, if they had a salary cap implemented and you felt like your team really had a chance. So we have a pop-up over here. He's underneath it. And that's going to be caught for an out. And that's the third out. That's end of the second inning. You know what I mean? But, I mean, there's some diehard baseball fans who, like, they ain't going nowhere no matter what. But I think that they could really grow the game to people who traditionally, like, don't watch it. But we'll be right back after this. We got a commercial break.
Hey man, try this. It's my favorite. Thanks. Whoa, wait. Be careful, I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
All righty, we are back. 365 folks watching live right now across all the places. Hammer the chat. Let me know what you're thinking about this game. 3-0 ball game. If you're in the chat, you can talk about whatever we want to talk about. You know what I mean? You have a question, you want to talk football, talk baseball. You want some marriage advice? You know what I mean? I got you. I don't think you need that. You know what I mean? But here we go. 3-0. Can the Brewers make this respectable in this game? This series is looking rough right now. Let's drink. You know what I mean? I might just start doing a drinking game for this for this stream. Anytime anyone comes with the bat, you drink. Anytime someone gets a strike, you drink. Anytime there's the ball, you drink. So here we go. So if the Brewers can win this game Saturday, 7:30 Eastern time, they will play. But right now, looking like your Saturday's going to be open. But hopefully the Brewers can get this off here. Here we go. What is up, William? How you doing? Williams, Kimberly Williams, I think that is. Congratulations. Congratulations for what? But I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
You know what I mean?
I guess thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We're going to have ourselves the pitch, and that's going to be up top. That's going to be a ball. Outside, up top. How do they say that?
I think it was congratulations for being the #1 podcaster on the internet, I think is what it was.
Maybe it was because the amount of people who are there. But we're going to have a swing. It's going to be a strike one. 1-1 is the count over here. Take a drink every time Yelich gets a strike. Slam it if he gets an out. Actually, do not do that. You will die.
That is true. That is
Here comes
true.
a foul ball.
That's dangerous.
Clear, he died.
Yeah, for any kids watching, please do not do that. No.
Kids shouldn't be drinking anyways, Vinny.
Well, yeah.
Stick with the lemonade over there.
But if they do, maybe they'll do it with Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
Not promote children.
No, we don't. We don't. No.
Here we go. Here comes the pitch. That was a wild pitch right there, and it's gonna be a ball.
That is a ball. Yeah.
Was that?
Hey, and I'm behind
here.
Here we go. 2-2.
That's one thing I remember, like on the show, like the video games, all the different pitches. It's hard for me to just look at them, like in live, real game, and like say that's what that pitch was. But that's gonna be a ball right there. Full count over here, Vinny.
The pitch before was either a sinker or a low curve.
Yeah, I was thinking that. First name popped in my head is sinker. But I would say, what the hell do I know? But that's going to be outside strike, and that's going to be retired over here.
No, that's ball 4.
Oh, no, that was ball. You had a ball. All right, so I'm stupid.
No, that's okay.
I think I was just assuming the way this game is going.
You're fine. You're just baseball challenged. You're okay. You're
No, I
fine.
wasn't paying attention. I was looking at the chat a little bit. I
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
him. It was a full cone. He was walking off. I was like, I just
Well, you're just so used to seeing him get out now, so he's out.
So here we go. We got a man on first over here. Got something rocking, and that's going to be a strike.
Now, remember what I told you about our shortstop, Ortiz, who's up. Okay?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Here
1-1.
comes the pitch, and it's going to be up top. That's going to be strike, no swing. I think Greg Haynes, weren't you already here? Oh, yeah, I think that was. All right, but
Yeah.
from Strawberry Plains Baseball, I think you already said that, didn't you?
We did, yeah. I think you covered that one already. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was up here on YouTube, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like Greg. He's all over the place. You know what I mean? I appreciate you, Greg. Thanks for tuning in. Here we go. Top of the third inning over here.
Nobody cares about the Dodgers. See, that's what's on
You
the
know what I
screen.
mean? I'm
right
not
now.
going to get interested in this graphic on the screen over here.
You notice that they're showing a lot of stuff about the Dodgers, but they barely show anything about the Brewers, you know?
I mean, they are up 3-0 in the series. But even probably earlier on, they probably the same. And then that kind of is, LA versus Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Markets are just a little bit different. But here we go. We are nearing 400 people on the stream. 388 people watching live right now.
Hey,
Appreciate it. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be outside. That's going to be a ball. 1-2 is the count.
And when you comment, let us know where everybody's from. We'd like to know where everybody's watching from. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know?
I always feel weird when, sometimes when I ask that, and someone's going to be like, your backyard.
Yeah. Ah!
Swing and a miss, and that's going to be
Oh.
strike 3. And that's a strikeout over here. Upstairs.
Hey, that's like the movie When a Stranger Calls. Yeah. The phone call's coming from inside the house.
Look, as the brooms are out, Brewers get the Kama for waving the L flag. All right, you can tell he's a Chicago fan. He can't.
Yeah, he's saying it's karma because we did the L thing.
He said Kama. You know what I mean? You're going to talk trash. You're going to have to spell every single word correctly there, Johnny.
Yeah.
The Bear fans are and Cub fans are so butthurt about the L flag. I've never seen, the only time I've ever seen a fan base cry more is the Detroit Lions. Here we go. We're going to have a strike right down the middle over here down low. But the Lion fans are all butthurt too because over that suspension, they've been crying. It's Friday, dude. They're still on Twitter crying. They're still on Twitter crying about last week's game. Like, you guys know you played a Bucks this week, you know what I mean? But Chicago fans are the same way. Here we go. We're going to have another strike over here. 1-2 count. All good, Johnny boy. You know what I mean? I like John. He's all right. But
it's a little karma.
But the Bears suck and the Cubs suck. You know what I mean? That's just what that is. You know what I mean? They haven't done. Chicago hasn't been really happy since the '90s, since the Bulls. You know what I mean?
But if it was 1985,
well, I'm not a big baseball guy. I mean, I say I'm a Brewers fan, but I'm not like. That's what I think is funny. Like people on Twitter. Here we go. We have a ball inside. They're like coming at me. Like you really can't hurt me because I haven't really. This is like the second Brewer game I watched all year. Completely. I watch Brewers games like when it's on TV here and there, but like I'm not a diehard baseball fan. And then the games are like different times and like, during the season. I pay attention to like scores and I see people talking about, they were on a streak and all that. But here we go. We have a foul ball. But like you can't troll me about the Brewers or I'm gonna be like all upset about it.
And seriously,
like I say, I care. I want the Brewers to do well. It sucks, but I'm just saying is like it's not like the Packers where I pay attention.
Yeah.
24/7. I'm always looking at every single thing that's happening. With baseball, I'm not.
All right.
Here comes. We got a hit over here. Is going to get down. It is not. They're throwing it into play. He's trying to get back to first. Did he get there? It's a double play, dude, and he is out. That was a wild play, wild defensive play. Throwed it from the outfield, threw it back to first. He couldn't get back in time. All right, he's a Royals fan. All right, John, we can be friends. You know what I mean?
Actually, John, I could tell you right now that my cousin's a pitcher for you guys. A distant cousin, Alec Marsh.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is he good or what?
He was injured mostly this summer, but he's a good pitcher.
Nah, he's kind of trash.
No, he's a good pitcher.
that's
He was
good.
just injured.
right.
It happens.
Just shout out to your cousin over there.
Yeah, he's first one in the family that made a professional sport. Yeah.
Yeah, usually that doesn't happen. Eric says, what happened? The Brewers were so solid this year. Yeah, that just went away, beat the Cubs, and then after that, not much to write home about, as they say.
It was comma. That's
It was comma.
it was comma.
Here we go. So we got ourselves a 3-0 ball game. Shout out to John over here. You know what I mean? He's one of the only Bear fans that on Facebook that I actually like. There's a couple. There's a few over on Facebook that are pretty cool. We just passed 400 folks so watching live right here. You know what I mean? 402. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You know what I mean? Not the most exciting game for Brewers fans. It's 3-0, and that defensive play was wild by the Dodgers.
It is. But if you guys are happy, clap your hands. Come on.
You need to do all these organ stuff live. Just have your organ over there.
yeah. I'll put on a polka shirt and stuff, and yeah.
All music live right here.
And I'll go, everybody come on, let's boogie. Come on. There we go. Yeah.
We got some ball game left. It ain't over yet, but yeah, it's not looking good right here. Dodgers in control of this game. Up 3-0 in the series. Up 3-0 in this ball game. We're at the bottom of the third inning. Still a commercial. And my cat's down here.
Oh, yeah. There we are. And that was not me.
Yeah. See, it sounds just like that. I mean, yeah, all cats kind of sound the same. It's not like some rare sound that this cat's making. So you're freaking my cat out, dude. Always pull for small markets in baseball. Absolutely, I agree with that. I don't like the buying of championships. That's what baseball kind of where I never really got locked in, where I was like fully dedicated to baseball, because it kind of seems like that's how it is. The Yankees, all those big cities, they get the money, they get the players. But, Brewers, best record in baseball, they got it. And there's been other teams, too, that small markets that has done some stuff. Cabbage, rolls, and coffee. Good.
Ooh, cabbage rolls. Yum. What time's dinner ready?
Here we go. 1-0 count over here. It's all about wealth and fame. Yeah, I mean,
True.
baseball is about money. Like, if you got money, it doesn't mean, you're automatically going to win it, but, like, it doesn't seem that, the rich teams are the ones who make it. But here we go. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be outside. Nope, it's going to be a strike. Will Smith over here.
Keep his name out your
You got to
mouth.
keep his wife's name out of his mouth. I don't know his wife's name. I'm glad I don't. All right, he got a piece of that. That's going to be fouled off. 1-2 count over here. Said that's a Shemenges reference. I'm not even sure what that means. I ain't gonna lie to you. Do you know, Vinny?
I'm lost also. Yes.
I thought maybe I was just stupid. You know what I mean? Or maybe we both are. Who knows?
No, I'm backing you up on that one. I'm
that's what we
right
did.
with you, buddy.
You got a piece of that. That thing's popped. No, it's on the ground. All right, so he's gonna get that's gonna be a base hit. The Dodgers get a man on base.
Will Smith hit something. Go figure.
Right. He slapped that thing.
He slapped it.
Slapped it in the outfield. Bottom of the third inning. Remember, we got the Packers live stream on Sunday, 3:30. The Packers take on Arizona Cardinals. Come hang out for the watch party. We're going to have a good time over there. And here we go. They got a man on first. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be ball outside. Also, no live stream on Thursday. I'm going to go to Milwaukee on Thursday to do a podcast. And that's going to be a ball outside as well. So a 2-0 count.
He swung and missed it.
Plays Thursday Night Football?
It's 1-1. He swung and missed it, man.
Oh, what the heck?
Which eye are you looking out of?
I don't know. I don't even know. That's why it doesn't matter if I'm wrong. Vinny will clear it up.
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
I'm kind of bouncing back and forth in the comments. All right, here we go. We got ourselves a hit in the outfield, and he's gonna have what do you got? He's
Hit
going
to
to
the
second.
gap.
He's gonna get the third.
Yep,
And
we're gonna
he
have
is.
runners at the corners. Yes.
Runners at the corners over here, and this game is getting wild. Hopefully, they can get out of this. John said, "Who is the only NFL team to score over 20 points every game so far?" Like, you mean this season? I don't think anyone's scored every game throughout the historay. But I assume you mean this season. I have no idea. I'm sure you're gonna tell me. Go Pat, go! What's up, Eric? How you doing? All right, so we're gonna figure out this reference right here. Cabbage rolls and coffee, good is a line from a song in the John Candy, fake music documentary, The Last Waltz. Their last name.
That's right. The Polka King. You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
John Candy, absolute legend, dude.
Yes.
Now I'm embarrassed I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I apologize for that.
All right. The update for the game: we're going to have a pitching change for Milwaukee.
All right, pitch and change. All right, so we'll see what that is. But here we go.
In fact, I just watched the new John Candy documentary.
So
I Like Me, great one. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Great,
Yeah, I've heard
great
about it.
documentary.
So John over here, he said, "Who is the only NFL team to score over 20 points every game so far?" It's the Bears, but they are fourth in the division. So I'm not sure that helped them out too much. You know what I mean? Just saying, it is a cool stat. You know, not one worth flexing over, I think, but you're still fourth place in the division, though. You know what I mean? The last polka, he said. Yeah. All right. Yeah, John Candy, absolute legend. One of the, I think, great actors, especially of his time, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll watch that documentary tonight. I don't know. After this game.
It's well worth it. It's amazing how great of a guy he
I should do
really
watch
was.
parties on documentaries. Like, hey, we're all going to start this documentary on Netflix or whatever at this time. Yeah. That'd be a. What did he say? He said half out. I mean, fourth place, so you know what I mean? I don't know if we're still talking about that. No, but the Bears have looked better. Like, I watched some games, you know. They're looking like they're piecing stuff together. I don't think Ben Johnson is a good coach, though. I'll just be honest. I think Caleb Williams has skill, but I'm not sure the Bears know how to use it. I don't know. I don't like Ben Johnson. I'll just say that.
I think our practice habits are yet to reflect the championship caliber team.
You know what I mean? I can't stand that dude. He got hired and he was like all swaggadocious about it, taking shots at Matt LaFleur, acting like he's big thing, and you know, and then like when they in his press conference when they get smoked and he like, you know, he's all quiet. Like, why are you so quiet? What, you know, say it with your chest, dude. You had so much to say in the offseason. Say it with your chest. You know what I mean, Benny boy?
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. We're gonna have a foul ball right here.
Oh, somebody got hit on that one.
Yeah, that sucks. Doing amazing. Look forward to the game this weekend. Do you think the Lions can win Monday night? So Monday night, the Lions are playing. I forget who they're playing. No, they already played the Chiefs. No, they played the Chiefs. Do they?
You want to know who they're playing?
Yeah. Who plays my?
Who are?
We'll find out.
I can tell you right now, they're playing the Buccaneers in Detroit.
Oh yeah, Lions playing the Buccaneers. Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier.
That's going to be a really good game too.
All right, we have a foul ball over here, but yeah, I think they can win. I think it's gonna be a really good game. The Lions can win, but the Lions, dude, like, there's so much talk about the Chiefs game like throughout this thing. I know most of it, 90% of it was fans and like the media was trying to make it a big thing, and they're talking about it. I just feel like they were so distracted this week, and I'm sure practice they weren't like bring that into their practice, but I think it's a bad look. We're gonna have a foul ball over here.
Yeah. And Taylor Swift was there, and that's in the contract. But they have to win when Taylor's there. You know.
I hope the Bucs win. I think the Bucs are a good football team, though. I think it won't be an easy one at all. And we'll see how dialed in the Lions are if they're still stressing about last week. Here we go. Bottom of third. That's going to be a ball inside. 1-2 count. All right, let's see what John's talking about. Until half this week. Matt LaFleur, loser. No. Matt LaFleur is a good coach. Ben Johnson is not. Maybe a good coordinator, but, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And people are
I
like,
agree.
"Whoa,
Good
he's
coordinator,
building
yeah.
something." That's a strike.
Oh, he got him. Yes.
Yeah, he did. And he is But yeah, I don't screw Ben Johnson, dude. Tampa is going to smoke the Lions. I really hope they do. And if the Lions ain't locked in, they're absolutely going to get blown out. If they were stressing all this week, because all the fans on Twitter, all they talked about was the Chiefs game, the players, the coaches, like I seen interviews, people on podcasts, all talking about the refs. So the refs screwed them and the suspension. If you punch someone after a game, you're going to get suspended, dude. We got a strike over there. I don't understand, like, the confusion on that. If you'd have done that, like, in the parking lot, he'd have got arrested. Like, the game was over, dude.
And I kind of agree with Jay. I'm going with Tampa also on that game.
Oh, yeah, I picked Tampa. They're playing the Buccaneers. You said that yesterday. Yeah, I said it yesterday. I said it before. At that moment, though, it was out of my brain. But that's up top. That's going to be a ball. 1-1's going to be the count. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I'm picking the Bucs, but it's not like the Lions don't have a chance. The Lions are a good football team. But I think the Bucs are, too. So we're going to find out. The old Buccaneers, you know what I mean? All right, let's get to some comments over here. Yeah, everyone's helping us out here. That's going to be a swing and a miss.
Wow, he took a swing at that one. Oh, jeez. You feel the breeze all the way over here.
We all have to hope the Cardinals' victory. Yeah, you better do some praying, dude, because I don't think it's going to happen for you. Matt LaFleur is 13th all-time in win percentage in the history of the NFL out of 536 people who have ever held the position. Yeah, but the thing, people try to throw shade at Matt LaFleur. And if you look at his numbers and his winning percentage and like what he's done in like the first to 70 wins out of the quickest of 70 wins out of the current coaches, like he's been getting after. Obviously, people are like, well, Aaron Rodgers helped with that. Here's the pop-up. I think it's going to be fouled off. But the thing is, when everyone was saying that, well, it's all about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the reason Matt LaFleur is winning. And then the first year they go to the playoffs and they win in Dallas in the playoffs with Jordan Love. So Matt LaFleur is a good coach. Obviously not perfect. I don't like everything he does. I think he makes mistakes. Sometimes I think he gets a little conservative. Play calling sometimes not to my liking exactly. But I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach. I'm glad he's our coach. There's knowing that you're going to replace him with that. It's going to be better. And they're not going to. That's a strikeout over here. So there we go. 2 outs. Is that going to be right there?
That is 2 outs. Yeah.
Aaron says he's got the Lions in that game. Deb says just popping in to say, hey, wish football was on board. You know what I mean? Football's on Sunday. Come hang out for the Packer game. We're going to have a good time.
Yes, we're going to have a great time.
The Bengals game was the 70th regular season win for Matt LaFleur, the fastest to reach that mark among current coaches. There you go. That's what I was saying.
There we go. See?
And that's going to be a low pitch. That's going to be a ball. So 1-0 count. They got
But
guys
keep in
on the
mind.
corner.
Keep
What's
in
that?
mind, he's a horrible coach. Keep in mind.
Yeah, all right.
You know? Jeez.
Hold on. I think I see Karen. She snuck in.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, did you see we had that in Milwaukee? We had a Karen thing.
Oh, yeah.
happen.
I did see.
Yeah.
There, I seen like some of the video.
Oh, sorry. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's just kind of how it is. That's how people are. You see people in the stands always getting crazy. All right, we're going to have that's going to be an out over here. They're going to get this inning right here. That's third out. End of the third inning. You know what I mean? All right, so we're going to step away. And when we have commercials, we have, I think we have another trivia question.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of them tonight. Yes.
All right, so we have trivia questions. We kind of work this thing in so that when I walk away, we've got the trivia question, answer it, trying to make it more fun, trying to make it a little spice so that every time I walk away, it's about an ad or whatever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, there we go. We'll be right back. See if
Man
you
said,
can
do my
answer this
job.
trivia
Yeah.
question.
Yes.
last bag of chips.
I'd fight my own grandmother for just one.
Hey, it's chips and soda.
I'll go tell coffee and donuts.
Attention. Have you or a loved one been seriously... forget that. Let's do this Nicolet Law style and give the people what they want.
It's Nicolet! It's Nicolet! Nicolet Law! Billboard, baby!
Righty. Did you guys get the trivia question right? We're gonna find out on the next commercial. Give that answer. Here we go. 3-0 ball game. And that's gonna be inside for a ball. It looks like. All right, I want to make sure. Ooh, we got a lot of people answering the question over here. We will find out who is right. I'll throw a couple of them up on the screen. What do I win? So far, nothing. We're just throwing them up there for fun, but maybe at some point we'll start doing some type of giveaways. I can't give away too much, but I can give away some stickers and stuff, especially if we're doing like multiple ones. Giveaways get tough. Here we go. 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and he's got a piece of that's going to be fouled off. John, so is all your head coaches in your franchise history, you're what, 5 head coaches, 111 against LaFleur?
Okay.
Hey, what's up, Timmy? That was a good comment right there, you know what I mean?
Way to go, Timmy. There you go.
Here we go, 2 for 2. And we're going to have a swing. Is this going to go? Is this going to go?
Deep drive, way back.
That's going to be a double.
Oh,
Bounced in, right?
ground rule double.
Yeah, ground rule double over here. All right, so the Brewers got something going right here.
I was real close to hitting the button. Real close. You almost got to hear Uke.
Getting a lot of answers here. We will find out in the next commercial break.
Yeah.
Who was right, who was wrong. You remember Ray Rhodes? 8-8 champ, you know what I mean? They played in Seattle for a year, says John.
Yeah.
What team has surprised you the most this NFL season? I think the Bucks, off the top of my head. The Bucks. Baker Mayfield, whether he's doing, he's fun to watch. Here comes a swing, and is that going to get through? It's not. He's going to throw to first, and can he beat it? He cannot. But he advances to third, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so they got a man on third. But yeah, I think the Bucks, and yeah, that's who the Lions playing this week. But the Bucks are fun to watch. I think that they can surprise some people. I think that they can be beat, but absolutely, I think that they can. When they're playing at their best, I think the Bucks are going to be a team that's going to be a problem for some people. You know what I mean? Oh, and the Colts, yeah, the Colts for sure as
Colts,
well. Colts is probably the number 1 surprise, and then I think the Bucks are probably number 2. I forgot about them. Yeah, the Colts are absolutely getting after it. I don't know, but I'll tell you who has my stupid Jets. And the Jets are in rough shape right now, you know what I mean? I feel bad for Jets fans. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. I'm about to watch Louisville Cardinals upset second-ranked 5-0 Miami Hurricanes. I used to live in Fond du Lac for a little bit, and our high school team was called the Cardinals. Fun fact. Fondy Cardinals. Shout out to Fond du Lac, you know what I mean?
And 2 fun facts for you here, Matt. We are getting Banana Ball in Milwaukee next year.
Banana Ball? What the hell is Banana Ball?
Oh, that? You don't know the bananas?
The swing is going to be fouled off. It's going to go into the stands.
You get a chance, look them up on YouTube. It's like baseball, but they do flips, and it's like
Oh,
a
I thought maybe
circus.
they play with bananas. You know what I mean?
No, it's like watching the circus with baseball. And another fun fact, I am as old as the Brewers.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah, thanks.
That's going to be down inside, and that's going to be another ball. So 2-2 is the count over here. And Eric said Jaguars looked good until last week. Yeah, they were a team that was, starting off good. That's going to be a swing and a miss, and that's going to be a strike 3, and you're out. So that's 2 outs after the strikeout.
I think the Jags used a lot of energy on that team to get that one win.
All right, so
You
kind of
know?
like the Harlem Globetrotters. I think I don't know how that, but I know what you mean. But that now I understand kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the Savannah Bananas are like. Yeah.
All right, that pitch is going to be inside for a ball. So 2 outs here. They got a man on third. Can they get this run in? Come on, Jake. And he got a piece of that, and that's going to be fouled off. My cat brings stuff by my feet.
Maybe he'll bring you a pigeon.
Yeah,
one
bring
of
me
these
a beer
times.
if you're gonna bring some over here. You know what I mean? Here we go, 1-2 count over here. Oh, so I was inside. He swung on that thing. That was like a self-defense swing. It almost looked like, or just like he regretted it as he was swinging. Dodger fans are on their feet. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be strike, and they get nothing from that run on third.
Absolutely.
3
nothing.
outs, and that's rough. All right, let's show them that the answer for
You
our
want the
trivia
answer?
question while I grab a beer, and there we go. We'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, so here you go. Now we got the answer. A lot of people had that right. So did you? Let me know. Did you have the answer right? Let's see what
And
Jeremy
who
says. Watching
Googled
the
it?
Brewers postseason must be how Cub fans feel. No wonder y'all pissed. Cub fans are big mad, dude. It's Chicago fans in general, you know what I mean? Just misery over there. Not a lot of winning going on over there in the last.
But we've got this thing in Wisconsin that we've learned to adapt to. It's the old saying, just wait till next year.
Yeah, it's the playoffs. In Wisconsin sports is sometimes can be rough.
It can be. 9 out of 10 times they won't do anything, but that 10th, it's magic.
You get nothing. Good day.
Yeah, there you go, Jay.
We need to have Matt wear a Bears hoodie when the Bears beat the Packers. I would never, ever wear a Bears hoodie. I wouldn't even know where to get one.
You've seen the ending of The Wizard of Oz when she gets hit with water? That's what would happen to Matt.
Yeah, I would never.
He'd
I
melt.
see people lose bets and oh, I have to wear this because I lost a bet. Why would you make that bet? I would never make a bet to wear a Bears hoodie or jersey or something. And where would I get one? They don't sell them around here. I don't see them. But I don't look either. So but I would never make a bet to wear. I mean, I wouldn't be scared to. I just wouldn't do it because it'd be like Superman and Kryptonite. Not to compare myself to Superman.
You'd lose your sponsorship. I mean, come on.
Yes, I did get the answer right. Lucky guess. There you go, Jay. Jay knows ball. You know what I mean?
Good job, Jay.
Anyway, Jesse, I went to my local Walmart and got stopped by another Packers fan because he liked my jersey. that I had on, and I was wearing my Coach LaFleur jersey that I got custom made at the pro shop a few years ago. Coach LaFleur for Coach of the Year. This is his year, dude. I like that. You got a Matt LaFleur custom jersey. I never seen one of those.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's
That's
unique. I like when
awesome.
people have like unique, like one of a kind type of good ideas, creative jerseys. Here we go. We're gonna have a pitch, and it's gonna be outside. It's gonna be a ball to start this thing. John says scared. No, I just don't wear trash jerseys. I don't even wear Packers jerseys anymore. But even a hoodie, I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, the Bears have won one win since 2018, so I'm like, I don't know what's to be scared of. All right, we have a strike over here. I mean, 1-1 count. You know, one game since 2018, and they're like, yeah, Caleb Williams undefeated in Lambeau Field. Yeah, what's Jordan Love's record at Soldier Field? What's Aaron Rodgers' record at Soldier Field? What's Brett Favre's record at Soldier Field? You guys want to talk about records, dude? You know what I mean? I feel scared wearing my Packers gear in MSP. I'm going to New York for that Giants game, and I was kind of wondering about that, you know, wearing the gear or whatever. I'll probably be wearing my merch anyways. That stuff I always wear, you know. This stuff.
Struck him out right there.
Oh, there we go. We got a strikeout. There you go. Good job, Vinny.
Good job. All right. It's all right. Hey,
Yeah,
that's all
there
right.
we go.
I'm your technical guy. You
What
entertain.
number was on that Coach LaFleur jersey? Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
that's what
number
I'm
were you
wondering, too.
rocking on that Coach LaFleur jersey.
How much you want to bet she's going to say number 1? How much you want to bet?
I ain't betting. Here's a swing and a miss. It's going to be a strike over here. The Bears. When's the last time the Bears swept the Packers? 80 what?
Probably, 85 maybe,
I
right?
don't even know when the last time the Bears swept the Packers.
Wait, ask your girl on ChatGPT.
All right, let's see if she knows anything.
Bring her in. Here you go. This is Matt's side girl right here.
Hey, Matt, what's up?
Take it easy. When's the last time the Chicago Bears swept the Green Bay Packers?
The last time the Bears swept the Packers in a season was back in 2005. Since then, the Packers have had the upper hand. Especially recently.
Yeah, so 2005. I thought there was like a early 2000s season because they were pretty good. 2002, whatever years those were in there. It could happen. So 2005, that was the year Aaron Rodgers was drafted.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2007, but it was 2005. According to ChatGPT is not always right. 2007, the Packers went to the NFC Championship game. That was Favre's last
I was at that. Was it the Sunday night game? I want to say when we lost to the Bears at Lambeau, that last play that driver dropped in the end zone.
Yeah.
I was at that game.
There you go. That didn't help, though.
No, it didn't help.
There you go.
No.
2 outs over here. 1-1 is the count. That pitch was thrown to the dirt. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be outside. So it's going to be 1-2 count.
I actually had great seats. I was on the north end by the end zone. I was sitting by. I was trying to think of the name of the guy. He won American Idol, the Soul Patrol guy. I was sitting right next to him.
American Idol.
Yeah. Justin Timberlake was actually not far from me either, too.
Yeah, he goes to the game. That's going to be a low one. 3-1 is the count.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake, yeah, he goes to the Pancake Place. Remember that? The Pancake Place in Green Bay. It's like that's where like everyone goes. Like whenever like it feels like all the celebrities they go to Packer games, they all go get breakfast at Pancake Place. Pancake Place, shout out, you know what I mean? They're awesome. My wife used to work there. That was inside. He got a piece of that thing. That thing is deep. That thing is long, and that thing is gone. And the Dodgers crack another one to go 4-0. Atani, dude. Apparently he's good at baseball.
Old man grunts. Here we go.
Well, that's not good.
That's,
Yeah. What do you do about that? Jesse says it is number 1 because Coach LaFleur is the best coach in today's NFL, in my opinion. There you go, Jesse. That's why I like you. You're right there.
See, I told you, number 1. See?
Yep, home run. Third interception by Miami quarterback Carson Beck. Carson Beck looking like Trubisky, Fields, and Caleb Williams. You guys know where the gym is? I'll figure it out. I understand that reference. That's that man right here, dude. All right, we're gonna have I don't think we had a swing there. Oh yeah, we did. Oh no, that they're showing that home run again. I think we've seen it enough. Let's keep her moving.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 home runs. Dude's too good for this league. Insane. Yeah, he's really good at baseball. Jay says Dodgers sweep. It's kind of looking that way right now. They're out 4-0.
It's looking that way. Yep.
Top of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be down low, and that's going to be a strike.
Hey, bada, swing, bada. Hey, bada, swing, bada. Kennedy.
All right, there's going to be a foul ball over here. Watch. They show this home run 1,000 times.
They're gonna.
That was a deep one, though. Here we go. 2-2 count. I like his stance right there. You know what I mean? That's going to be a swing. And that's going to be up top. He's going to get underneath this thing.
Fly ball to left field.
And there you go. That's going to be an out.
And that ends the inning. But the damage is done. 1 run, 1 hit. Nobody left on base. It's 4-0 at the end of 4.
Shut it down over there. Yeah. Said nobody left on base. The inning's over.
You know, it's funny. I told Matt the last time we did this, I showed my mom, right? Now here, I'm in my 50s, so I showed my mother, right? And she laughed the first time she heard Matt tell me to shut up when I started talking. So man,
you got to be told to shut it down. You know what I mean?
She gave you full permission to do it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout it to your mom.
Yeah.
I'll tell her I'll keep you in line over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So.
We got top of the 5th inning over here. 4-0 ball game. Not looking good for your Milwaukee Brewers.
This is.
So how do you feel, like Brewer fans? How do you feel about this season? You know, obviously this game isn't over, but it's not looking good. What's your thoughts on this feeling? You know, most wins in the regular season. Obviously, expectations. I don't know where they were like the beginning of the season for everyone, but going into the playoffs, everyone's jacked up. Like this is the year that they're going to get after it. You know, best record in baseball. Then kind of not looking that good. But how are you feeling? Are you happy about the season? Are you hopeful for next season? Let me know your thoughts on this Brewers team. What about you, Vinny?
They had a great year, but you know it's disappointing to see them go out this way. But yeah, they did way better than they were expected to. You know, I thought for sure losing Adames, in the offseason last year was going to take the spark plug out of the team. But they really bounced back, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, it's like I don't care like what sport it is. There's no like, well, it was a good regular season. You know what I mean? Like you get to the playoffs. That's the goal for any sport. Get into the playoffs. And then go win the thing. So anytime you come short of that, I wouldn't say it's not a successful season because I think, being the most wins in baseball, I don't think it's like it's not a failure, but it's not a success either. You know,
no.
You want the world, especially when you get this close and you're feeling this good about it, and you're looking this good during the regular season. They come into the playoffs and then just walk into an absolute buzzsaw. That's the Dodgers.
And honestly, it would have been great to see him do it for Uke. You know,
yeah,
losing
it'd have
Euchre,
been like this year, you know, it would have been it would have been cool, and just for like all like the diehard Brewer fans that have been around since forever.
Yeah,
and,
so
like my stepdad, people like that, old people like you know what I mean?
I got to continue talking about 1982 yet for a little bit longer. Yeah.
The ball exit speed of the bat was 113.5 miles per hour and traveled 453 feet. That's wild. You know what I mean? That is wild. It's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Excellent pitcher, 2 home runs. That's insanity. And that's going to be fouled off right here. That's crazy how good he is at baseball. Jeremy says it's Brewers baseball, like Wisconsin weather, hot and cold, up and down. Still have love for this crew. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
That's all you
Agreed.
can do.
100%.
Keep representing. That's gonna be a high one. That's gonna be a ball. 1-2 count over here. Top of the 5th inning. And here we go. We're gonna have a low one. So who won the World Series last year, there, Vinny?
Oh, it wasn't the Brewers.
Yeah, no, it was not. I was thinking about that. I don't even know. I never remember. Even sometimes, even thinking about football, thinking about who won a Super Bowl last year, I'm like, oh, who did win this? I had to think because my memory is, from year to year. Obviously, I remember that, but always next year. Hopefully they're building on something. Keep her moving over here. Here comes the pitch. He got a piece of that's gonna be fouled off.
But to answer, it was the Dodgers last year, of course.
Was it the Dodgers?
Yeah.
So that's just what they do. They just buy championships. You know what I mean? They should just skip the season, just go right to debit. Here we go.
Yeah, they just have their card.
He's gonna get underneath it. He is, and that's gonna be out. Popped up. First out of the inning. Yeah, there we go. So Dodgers won it. Yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? I don't really, even like this year, the Brewers in it, I probably won't watch the World Series. I don't usually watch baseball that much. I think next year I might try to get more into it. Even like the Bucks are starting up, I might try to pay more attention. I'm just mostly dialed in on the NFL. Here we're going to have a swing and a miss. And that's
swing and a miss by Durbin, yeah. See, now, I keep saying, too, that, our starting rotation on our pitchers are, there's a lot of banged up pitchers we have. And I keep saying, it'd be different if we had our starting rotation going, right? But it still doesn't make up for the difference. The guys are not hitting the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
they're not getting on base, but here we go. Durbin over here. 0-2 count. And that's going to be a swing. That's going to be fouled off by the third base over here. I grew up in the Milwaukee Burbs in Green Bay now and skipped school to go downtown to the Brewers homecoming after they lost the 82 series. You know what I mean? That's a good memory right there. I grew up, I was in Green Bay when the Packers won Super Bowl 31 and seeing all the, everyone celebrate after that. That's going to be a high one. Ball. And that is I will never forget that. I was 16 years old or whatever it was. Just seeing the buses come through that the players were on. A friend of mine, his little brother got picked up in the bus by Desmond Howard. And then, obviously he put him back. He didn't steal him. But
did he get to go in the stadium and see Yount ride around on the motorcycle?
No, he actually, Desmond Howard picked him up. He's a little kid, and they were kind of holding him up, and they were he was high-fiving. He picked him up, and then there was a telephone pole, and obviously they're crawling really slow. So he pulled him into the bus until the pole passed, and then handed him back. So he was technically on that tour bus, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's cool to be part of that, and good memory.
Hey, but I was Little League champion in 82. Yeah.
I was 17 when they won Super Bowl 31. Yeah, they were pretty much the same age. I think I was right around 16.
Oh, my God. I was 26.
Dude, you were 47. Don't lie.
I was old, man. I was mid-20s. I had kids already.
All right, so what is that?
That was a strike.
All right, so
foul tipped it.
The pitcher should be a pitcher and not a DH. MLB should look at it. I think it's weird. Sometimes they have the pitchers hit and then some they don't. So it's conference, right?
Well, it used to be the National League would have the pitchers hit and the American League would have a DH.
Yeah,
that's the way it used to be. But now they're kind of
all over.
It's kind of different now. I think they were kind of playing with it.
Miss over here. Yeah, I remember back in the day that I remember that. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm not all up on current rules. That's why I thought, let's do a watch party on baseball. We're having a good time though. Not really. I mean, they're down 4-0, but as fun as we can. Here we go. Here comes the pitch, and that's gonna be a swing and another miss, and that's gonna be 3 outs. Middle of the 5th inning, and this is getting brutal. All right, so we're going to be here middle of the 5th inning. Be sure to hang out Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, 3:30. Packers taking out Arizona Cardinals. We'll be here for a watch party. It's going to be a good time. Look up the Ontario rule started in 2022. There you go. All right, I'm going to step away for a minute. We're at commercial. We will be right back.
What are you drawing?
I draw me walking a dog if I had a dog.
Where's my donut?
I have no idea.
I like your drawings.
Thank you.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if people are chiming in over here on the chat.
Yeah, that was the question you wanted. Yeah, yeah. Boom. Yes.
Nothing yet. Maybe we'll keep doing this. We might do some giveaways. American League does DH. NL does not. When it comes to World Series, if it's at American League Stadium, they play DH rules. If National League team, it's all right. That's what I thought it was back in the day. I wasn't sure if it was still that way. But
see, I wasn't sure if the American League was kind of experimenting this year or next year. They were gonna do it. I heard something they were gonna kind of toy with it or something.
I'm crushing these
yeah.
trivia questions.
Hey,
you know
and to
I mean?
keep everybody in mind for the Packer game, I do have some trivia questions for the Packer game too.
Yeah, we're going to keep this thing going. I think the trivia question is good. All right, here we go. We are back at this thing. We're going to get to Jesse's comment here in a second. But here we go. 1-0 count over here. Here comes the pitch, and that's a wild one.
See, this is your guy. This is Will Smith at the plate. So,
Not my guy. Here we go. That's how I was during the Super Bowl parade for the Packers win from 2010. Got to experience the whole thing and be inside Lambeau when they showed everyone the trophy. And that's when I first got my Aaron Rodgers autograph. And I'll always remember that because it was an amazing experience. That's awesome.
And it was cold. Very cold that day.
For that, no. But good for you, you know what I mean? So here we go. 2-1 count. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be right down the middle. He's swinging a miss. Willie Smith not looking good right there.
Is he going to slap one this time?
I mean, hopefully not. The Brewers lose this, dude. I'm turning the TV off instantly. I don't see no celebrations.
No.
That's why when the Cubs fans were all whining about it, like, why are you even watching it, dude?
Popped up.
We got a pop-up over here. They're going to try to get underneath it, and that's going to be an out.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I don't watch, like, if my team loses and it's like in a playoff situation where there's going to be championship things going on, I'm not going to be sticking around and watching them celebrate. That's not what I do. And like, I remember back in the day when I used to watch ESPN, whenever the Packers lost, like, I wouldn't watch it for that week because they'd just be trashing them. Now I just kind of do that no matter what, win or lose. I don't watch. There'll be another one, right? You know, I wouldn't say right down the middle, but that's going to be, what's that, the 0-1 count over here?
0-1 count. Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
Mr. Crayola, yes.
FYI, the DH rule is standard for both leagues since the 2022 season. The information provided earlier is incorrect. Yeah, so that was all changed. I think someone said that up top, 2022. So I appreciate that info. So he smacked this thing, and that's going to be caught over by the warning track. Isn't that what they call that thing back there?
Yeah, towards the warning track. Very good, man.
Yeah, I know
Very
stuff,
good.
You know what I mean?
You are
Most
a
of the stuff I know about baseball is from video games and my kids playing.
Yes.
They were all on, organized teams. Dude, my younger son, one time, they won a game off him getting hit. Like, he was afraid of the ball. He was like 3rd grade, super young. And it was last year too. He was like, dude, I'm not doing this. And this kid that was pitching hit every kid at bat. So everyone in the whole place knew my kid was getting hit with that ball. Everyone, he knew it. Everyone, that pitcher knew it. And then he got hit, and I'm right behind the fence. I'm like, just hang in there, take it, eat that thing. The ball just barely touched his chest, and he walked. I was like, that's my boy. Here we go, big time hit over here.
What a catch!
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. I didn't think he caught it. He caught that thing way back there.
Wow!
Even the batter was like, what is that about?
Frelick with a jumping catch.
Let's check this replay over here. Yeah, it just jumped high as he could, got that thing. What a play. What a play.
And this is the guy that hit his ankle, remember?
Yep.
So his ankle's got to be hurting right now. Yeah.
He's a bad man right there, you know what I mean?
So we go to the top of the 6th. The score is still 4-0 Dodgers.
There we go. The leaping stab, dude. That was good. That was a good play right there. I used to do that all the time, you know what I mean, back in the day. You believe that? Dude,
Now, if we could score,
this.
We could.
No, hang on. Keep going.
No, and looking at the score now, if the Brewers could score 5 runs, then my prediction's right, 5-4.
Yeah, you're on the right path. I mean, you can't have a correct prediction of 5-4 without the Dodgers scoring 4. You know what I mean? So they just got that part out the way. Now the Brewers just got to their part and hit the 5. You know what I mean? Let's get it going, Brew Crew. Let's go.
There you go, Jeremy. Get that spirit going. Come on.
Let's go. Who's there? Hopefully some bats for the Brewers, bro.
yeah, exactly. Oh.
All right, we're still a commercial over here.
Oh, look, there's the home run hitter in the commercial. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude's got to be a rich individual.
Isn't he the one that signed that huge record contract too?
I think he makes more than a Brewers whole pitching.
Yeah,
crew. And he's obviously I don't know a ton about him because I'm not a big baseball guy, especially outside the Brewers. But obviously, he's a great pitcher. He just smoked 2 home runs. He's in commercials. He's obviously, I would assume one of the bigger stars in the league. Appears from the outsider that I am. All right. Yeah, a new movie, Springsteen movie coming out over here. That actually looks pretty good.
And do you know where Springsteen's from? Right? He was born in the USA. No?
I don't know. And it's funny because my brain doesn't even try to think of stuff. People ask me questions. I'm like, nope, don't know it. Unless I know for a fact I know. I was at the return to Titletown celebration at Lambeau after last Super Bowl's insanely cold. The O-line took their shirts off and were getting the crowd amped. Dude, that's awesome. One thing I remember about after Super Bowl 31 is we all ran outside, and there was people climbing telephone poles. We were on Main Street. People weren't breaking stuff, but people were going crazy. They were jumping on cars. They were shaking cars. They weren't trying to tip them over or whatever. It wasn't anything crazy, but it was just chaos. It was nothing I've ever seen before. It was pretty awesome. That was before the players come back. That was when the game ended. You know what I mean? The Packers won the Super Bowl. Everyone went outside. I don't want to be in the house anymore.
Wasn't James Jones hanging out by the heater because it was too damn cold for him?
I think for that XLV.
Yeah.
I stood next to a Packer fan dude from California who flew in that morning and flew out immediately after the event. Diehard. That is what I'm saying. Like, dude,
Yeah.
The Packer fans who like live in different areas sometimes are the most diehard fan. Not saying the most, but they are definitely diehard. People from California, people in different countries, they fly in like for games, like you say, like right here, dude flew in just for that. That's some dedication right there. I respect dedication. But here we go, right down the middle. That's gonna be a swing and a miss. That's gonna be a strike, top of the 6th inning right here. 0-2 count. I don't need to
yeah. It almost sounded like that. Remember the teachers in like those Charlie Brown cartoons?
Oh yeah.
Wah, 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 wah. Yeah. Oh,
all right,
struck
so that
him
was a
out.
splitter. That's gonna be a strikeout.
Oh, not looking good. Come on.
I need to watch Good Fortune movie. I think I might watch Goodfellas. You know what I mean? I'm
Good
probably
movie.
gonna hang out tonight, watch some movies.
As far back as Matt can remember, he always wanted to be a podcaster.
Yeah, as far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a Packers podcaster. That's not true. I didn't know I wanted to be a podcaster until I was already doing it. You were 17 during Super 31. I was about, I think 16, right in there, if I remember right. 15, 16, or 17 for sure. But I could do the math probably. Here we go. We got a foul over here. I was born in 1979. So if somebody wants to do that math for me, you can. But my memory, I feel like I was 16. Like I remember where I was, the house, people I was hanging out with. You know what I mean? I was at Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know for the Super Bowl. I have no idea why, but we went straight to Lambeau, 2 blocks away. Yeah, that seems like a good place to be right there. We're going to have a swing and a miss. That was down low. And that's going to be another strikeout. We got the best fans in the league, and I love that our Packers are owned by the fans. Yeah, dude, absolutely. I say it all. Everyone talks about the Packers are the best fans in the league, but they do, and it's like not even close. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not close. I think Bills fans are very loyal, so it's not like saying we're like so far and we're superior to everyone else. But like, there's fans like from all over the world. We're gonna have crack this thing outfield. He's gonna be underneath it, and that should be an out, and that should retire this inning. But Packer fans, they're in Germany, they're in Ireland, they're like all over the world. They travel from all over the place to come to Lambeau Field. Bills fans are also very, very, very loyal, and I got nothing but respect for Bills fans. But I think that's what it is. I think it's Packers, Bills, Steelers, probably. I mean, obviously Steelers fans are awesome as well. But who else you got? I think that's it. I don't talk to me about the Patriots. I'm talking about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think are good fans too. They've always been loyal before they were good. But I don't think. I think that there's a tier. It's Packers, Bears, maybe Steelers, and then every other franchise is like, you could stack them how you want after that. But I think the Packers have the best fans in the league.
I've been to a lot of games at Lambeau.
Like people talk about there's a meaningless piece of paper stock. Yeah, but everyone knows like what that stock is, what it means. You can't sell it like it's worthless, but you get to go to a shareholders meeting. You get to do some perks. You get, I think you can get some deals on merch and stuff from the Packers Pro Shop. But the point isn't all that. The point is you're helping your team. You're helping your team because now we don't need an owner. We don't need a billionaire owner who can just make decisions, move the team, change the logo, do whatever they want. If you're trying to like build for the future and you're letting a quarterback sit, a lot of owners ain't gonna let that happen. A lot of owners are going to say, hey, why are we paying this older quarterback who's a Hall of Famer, but we're paying him a bunch of money? Start the young guy. And then the owner can just make that happen. The owner can, like the Cowboys, like Jerry Jones, nobody wants to coach there. No established professional like baller coach wants to coach for the Cowboys because you're gonna have Jerry Jones like just in your ear. So like everyone who plays for the Packers, everyone who coaches the Packers, all say the same thing. It's a special place. Packers are the best franchise in the league. The way it's set up, and everyone knows what it is about the stock. But because of that is why we don't have to have an owner. Why we don't have to worry about moving and all that. You know what I mean? I absolutely love the Green Bay Packers. I love them.
And I've been to a lot of games, and every one of
that comment here. What do you got, Vinny?
And every one of the fans, every time I've been to a lot of games like that, the fans are amazing too. They're friendly.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's a Wisconsin thing because I've seen Dodger fans during the Milwaukee while they're in Milwaukee, And they were like, "Oh, Wisconsin people are so nice. Everyone's so friendly." Like, yeah, I think that you don't have to worry about coming to Lambeau Field and getting jumped because you're wearing the wrong jersey or whatever. I want to get to a few comments over here. Here we go. Make sure I didn't miss anything. To our surprise, thousands of other fans showed up and climbed up the old Oneida Gate steps like salmon returning to the stream where they spawn.
That's salmon. There you go.
Dude, I bet. I can't imagine that what Lambeau Field was like right when that game ended. That would have been a good place to be. I was at my brother-in-law's house. We were drinking pretty heavily. My wife was at that Super Bowl 45. My wife went to that game. And like when the Packers won the NFC Championship game, my wife got a phone call and she was like jumping up and down. She's like, "We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to the Super Bowl." Like, "Hell yeah, we're going to the Super Bowl." And she's like, "No, we are actually going to the Super Bowl." So for like 4 seconds, I thought I was going to the Super Bowl. But it turns out she was going to the Super Bowl and her boss was bringing her and whatever. But it was a funny little thing. I had a great time. But I watched it with her brother, my guy Matt. You know what I mean? We had a good time. And that's going to be that's a strike.
Oof.
1-1 is the count. That was kind of a low one, but
that was kind of low, but that's
all right.
The
We'll
Brewers
take had some too, so I'm not even complaining about that. There was no game there, no planned activities, but everybody in town just had to go to Lambeau. It was a beautiful moment that Vike fans will never get to experience. Absolutely on both counts. That meaningless piece of paper paid for the South End Zone expansion. Yeah, and we did it willingly. Go get your shine by. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. I got my stock. You know what I mean? And what it is when it comes to the stock, the Packer stock, is that other fans are just jealous. Like they always talk about, like, we're not over here bragging like, "Hey, we got this certificate." Here we go. 2-2 count. It's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's a strikeout over there.
Strikeout, yeah.
There we go.
But you want to make a Vikings fan mad, just take a clear glass, an empty glass, turn it upside down, set it on a table, and ask them what it is. And tell them that's their Super Bowl trophy case.
I think you don't have to make a Viking fan mad. I think they're angry just in general. You know what I mean? Louisville upsets Miami 24-21. Louisville gets Miami their first loss. Carson back 4 interceptions in the Louisville defense. There you go. And we're going to have a out over here. Grounder, looked like.
A shot to the second baseman, throw to first. Oh, yeah. 2 outs.
I need to borrow Matt's censor button. You know what I mean?
Here, just start talking.
Where do you think Mike McCarthy will be coaching next in the NFL? That's a good question.
Very good question.
Where do you think Mike McCarthy? I'm gonna think about that one. Let's see this pitch here, and that's gonna be a hit. The Dodgers. He cracked one up top. They're gonna get underneath it, and that's gonna be an out. That's a third out. So we're gonna end this 6th inning. All right, we're gonna go to commercial break. I'm gonna bring up this comment. I'm gonna think about this thing because that's a good question.
I have an idea, but we'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, man, try this. It's my favorite.
Thanks.
Whoa, wait. Be careful. I just mopped there.
Yeah, just these. Russell, I swear I see you everywhere.
Yeah, man, I've been busy. See you next time.
All right, so let's get right back to it right here. You know what I mean? Where do you think Mike McCarthy will be coaching next year in the NFL? So I think, is Miami going to have an opening? I think where Mike McCarthy needs. I think who just fired? The Titans just fired their coach.
Titans, they've got an opening.
Yeah, I think Miami might possibly fire Daniels. I don't know how they feel about him over there, but they're having not so great year, and they could feel like that kind of thing didn't work out for them over there. But I'll say wherever Mike McCarthy coaches, like if I was an owner, if I was someone running a team, I would hire Mike McCarthy. Like if you have a young quarterback, Mike McCarthy knows how to coach quarterbacks. I think you're going to get the best out of your quarterback with Mike McCarthy. He's been around some great quarterbacks, up to Aaron Rodgers. I think Mike McCarthy's a good coach. He got stale in Green Bay. Didn't work in Dallas because Jerry Jones is a nut job. But they did some stuff over there. But I think Mike McCarthy will get a job. If it was me, I would want him to go to a place either they're rebuilding or they got a young quarterback. Like even like Miami, they got Tua. Maybe he can get Tua to learn how to slide a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think he'll have a job. Let me know in the chat. What do you think? Who do you think hires Mike McCarthy this next year? If only teams were able to sell fan-held stock, they do it in a heartbeat. Dude, that's the exact thing. If the Vikings and the Patriots and whoever team could convince their fans to buy stock, they would. But they can't because they're the owner. It's not a real thing. Like the Packers are kind of like obviously original that way, and it's a way to help your team. They can't build up all this stuff without it, and then you get to like shareholder meetings are cool. To go to shareholders meeting, I go to them every year. I mean, it's not like the end all be all. It's kind of a cool thing to go to, be around Lambeau Field, have all the fans come back and meeting up with everyone. But here we go. Here comes the pitch. Let's focus in on here a little bit. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1 count over here, top of the 7th inning. How do you feel about our chances against the Steelers next week? I like the chance. I think it's going to be a battle, though. Both teams are going to be hungry for that one. Are they going to call that a ball?
That is ball, yes.
Yeah, that was a ball, so that's a 2-1 count. But I think the Packers can win that game, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be digging deep. Whenever Aaron Rodgers is like backs against the wall, I don't think it's back against the wall, but he's going to really want to win this because I kind of think he's going to have that same effect. We got a strike over here, so 2-2 count. But I think it's going to be a good game. I think Jordan Love obviously is going to want to beat Aaron Rodgers, the guy who, he was the backup for Rodgers and that all that went on. Not that it was bad because I think they're friends, but he's going to want to beat him. Like you want to beat the guy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's a challenge for our defensive line, too, because Rodgers does not hold on to the ball very long.
Yeah. Too. And he'll roll out every now and again. He did some rollout stuff in that game last night. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. The Packers pass rush has to be about it. Like if you get in Rodgers' face, I mean that's the only way that you can mess up a quarterback of his skill. We're gonna have a ball over here, and that's gonna be a walk.
That is a walk.
Yelich gets on base over here. Everyone asking for it. Here you go. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a battle. I think it's gonna be about the lines. I think on both sides, can they get to Jordan Love? How does the Packers' offensive line hold up? They got some injuries over there. So I think you could say that any game, any NFL game, the battle of the offensive line versus defensive line. But here we go. Got a man on first, and that's gonna be strike one. Yeah, McCarthy is a quarterback guru. I mean, people can laugh about that because I always see people throwing shade at McCarthy, but McCarthy knows how to get the best out of his quarterbacks. Here we go. We're gonna have that's gonna be was that a foul?
Oh, strike two. Yeah.
Another question: if McCarthy doesn't get any head coach offers, would he consider an offensive coordinating job? I think if he thought that one wasn't coming and he had to kind of work his way into it, I think coaches kind of go down a little bit sometimes. But I don't know. I don't see Mike McCarthy as an offensive coordinator. I mean, I think he would be a great offensive coordinator, but I think he's going to get a head coaching job. He's a head coach. But I think if he wants to stay in the league and no one's hiring him, I think that's kind of what they do.
That's sort of like once you're president, do you go back and become vice president?
I mean, some head coaches do. They've tried it, and then the next year I think they love the game so much they just want to be involved in it. But I don't think a guy like Mike McCarthy, I feel like his stature is a little higher than that. I don't. But I know that he loves the game. But here we go. We're gonna have a swing, and that's gonna be a foul ball. I went to the Colts and Packers joint practice before the preseason game, and there was quite a few Packer fans in Indianapolis and the surrounding area. Yeah, Packer fans traveling. I mean, Packer fans live everywhere too. It's not always just traveling. Packer fans are everywhere. And here we go. That's going to be a ball. So it's going to be 2-2 count. Got a man out first over here. Do you think the refs will call more holds on Micah after LaFleur talking to them? So this is a good question right here. think he got a timeout over here. But LaFleur kind of talked about he was going to say something to the refs, like, yo, he's being held like Parsons is getting absolutely mauled on most every play. Let's see this pitch real quick, and we'll get back to this. And that's going to be a ball in the dirt a little bit. We have 503 folks watching live right now. I appreciate every single one of you. But so like I was listening to a lot of Cowboy fans talk about this because Parsons was on the Cowboys obviously, and he was being held there too, and they always cry about it. And they're like, yeah, but now it'll stop because he's not in Dallas. Well, it hasn't stopped. You know what I mean? But like what they said, whenever like there was a lot of attention, everyone's talking about Parsons being held, they would call it like for a game, and then he would go right back to how it was. He gets one through the middle.
Base hit.
And that's going to be a base hit. So they got a man on first, man on second. There we go. The Brewers got a little something going on.
Hey, we got more than one hit. Yes.
Top of the 7. But yeah, so I could see some holding calls being called this game. But you have to call holding. I don't care. Like it's like because you're an elite pass rusher, you can just choke them out. Like that's stupid. And people are saying, well, the NFL doesn't want them called all the time because if they let Micah Parsons just straight up play. Not just Michael Parsons, there's other guys around the league that are elite pass rushers that they would just shut the game down. But I don't know if I buy that, but they're definitely not calling them. And it's insanity. You were 18 years old. Oh, so she did the math over there, you know what I mean? So I guess I was 18 when the Packers won the Super Bowl.
We got a pitching change for Los Angeles, too.
16. But anyways, we got a pitching change over here. But I think Erica did the math. That was a long time ago, you know what I mean? I was doing some drinking. Base hit. There we go. Contra. I can't ever say that. There's certain names I just can't say. My mouth will allow it. So here we go.
So there we go. One good swing, and we're 2 runs away from 5.
Yeah, and they went to commercial in the middle of the inning.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, usually they don't do that. That's been taking too long. They're like, hey, we got to pay some bills.
Well, it's pitching change, too. So.
Oh, yeah, pitching change. That's why, because they're doing they're warming up. Yeah, that's why. Because I think that's the only time they do, really. All right, let's get to some comments. We got some good ones. When McCarthy came out at the draft, the crowd went nuts. You could tell he got emotional after that because he was back home. Plus, look how fantastic McCarthy made Rodgers. Did very well, making Rodgers one of the great quarterbacks to play the game. Yeah, and that's the thing. Mike McCarthy, dude, like forever when he comes back to Green Bay, that should be the reaction. He's a Super Bowl winning coach in Green Bay. He stayed in Green Bay. He respected the history. Like his last day when he got fired, there's a video of him walking out onto the field, Lambeau Field, with his camera and just recording Lambeau Field one last time. Like he loved Green Bay. He loved the Packers. He loved the history of the Packers. He taught his young players. They watched film and stuff on the history like of the Packers. Like they educated the players on where they were, in Green Bay and how special it was. So McCarthy will always, dude. I'll always have McCarthy's back. Anyone talks trash about McCarthy, dude, I'll always defend him. And like, obviously, at the end of his career in Green Bay, it was time for a change. That's just kind of how it goes. Things run out, and then you got to move on. But all love Mike McCarthy. I don't think any Packer fan should have anything bad to say about McCarthy. Another question, if Green Bay doesn't make the Super Bowl in the next few years, is LaFleur gone? I think in the next few years, they have to keep moving forward. And Ed Policy, I don't know his policy. You know what I mean? He's how he's going to work things. I don't think there's any chance that anyone gets fired at the end of this year. I don't mean anyone, but I don't think Goot or LaFleur will be fired at the end of this year no matter what, unless it's like a total whatever. But I do think that expectation, they can't just make the playoffs and like lose a playoffs game. They can't, like make the playoffs this year, lose the first game, make the playoffs next year, lose the first game. Like that's not good enough in Green Bay. So I think the expectations are going to be high, but we're going to see. I think that's what I think it is. I mean, it all depends too. Like, is there injuries? Because like you can't fire a coach because like if a major player goes down or whatever, like you see in like Cincinnati, the quarterback goes down. We've seen it with Aaron Rodgers in the past when, you're basically a season's trash because you're just trying to get through the season because your, quarterback goes down. But I think outside of that, I think the expectations are going to be high. We're going to see. But yeah, if they don't keep moving in the right direction, I wouldn't be shocked. But I got all love from Matt LaFleur and Goody over there. They got to get it done. Got to get it done. Sorry for the confusion earlier. Technical comment issues on YouTube. I posted on Facebook, and then it went through on both. Anyway, I enjoyed the podcast. Hey, I appreciate you, Greg. You know what I mean? I don't care where you're commenting on, but I get that technology. You know what I mean? But shout out to Greg over here. Oh, that was a high pitch right here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a ball. We got a guy on first and second. All right, so let's get dialed in over here.
I say with the Packers, though, first step is take back the North. You know,
yeah, I mean, they didn't win the
division.
North when they won the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 31, or XLV, I mean, 45. But yeah,
well,
I mean, they definitely want to take the North.
That is true.
They definitely want to take the North, though. First, I won't take the North. Just I'm getting sick of hearing Lion fans brag about it. That's all they talk about. Well, we won the division. All right, congratulations. I guess you guys gonna have we're gonna have a parade. Here we go. Is Matt enjoying nice, crisp, carry the G beverages this evening, or are those reserved for special Packer moments? Shout out to Cheesehead TV. Shout out to Cheesehead TV. I actually have a few carry the G's in my fridge, but they're quite old. Actually, I have the original cans because they switched the cans a little bit. I have the original, but shout out to Cheesehead TV. They do good work over there. Got the good brew. You know what I mean? So shout out to Corey, shout out to Aaron, everyone over there. You know what I mean? The homies. Here we go. 2-2 count, and that's going to be up. And that's going to be
up.
Not good. Pop up around second base over here. They're underneath
Infield
it.
fly rule in
and
effect.
That's going to be. What's that?
Infield fly rule in effect.
What is the infield fly rule?
That means usually when it stays in the infield, they're going to call it a note right there. So.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. Yeah.
All right. I hear that phrase before. I always pretend like I know what it means. No single coach in NFL history has been fired for not making a Super Bowl. That's insane. I mean, I think that it's not even like not making a Super Bowl, but like, are you getting better? Like, are you, going to the playoffs? Like, not if you're losing because like Marty Schottenheimer got fired from the Chargers back in the day, and they had like 13-win season because the expectations were higher. He kept losing. Get to the playoffs, have a great regular season, get to the playoffs, and kind of lose. And that was like his reputation. I thought that was a major mistake, by the way. I think it was. But yeah, I think that they expect him to keep going. But I don't think anyone's going to get fired anytime soon. But yeah, in 2 or 3 years, if things ain't, they might say, hey, let's go. I mean, I think it's hard to tell because Ed policy. Here we go. We're going to have he hits this thing, and they're trying to try to get a double play in here, and they're going to. So, oh my goodness. The Dodgers are just absolutely not letting the Brewers have any fun today. Raymondo, I hope I said that right. Raymondo. All right. Yo, Matt Ramage, hope you been good. Blessings. What lineup you got this weekend for prize picks? Been following you. I have to do some yet. I have to check that out, but I appreciate you following me. I didn't do good the other day. I was excited. I had a chance to win 1,800. And I was like, I felt kind of good about it, but none of that happened. But I do pretty good every now and again. But I appreciate you, Armando. Zane says, need to win the North. It's been too long. Yeah, yep. Absolutely we do, because I would say like the Packers own the North. We let other teams rent it every now and again, but I don't overly care about the division. Like, I care about getting to the playoffs and win some games. Obviously, winning the division is a big part of that. It makes it a lot easier. That's, like, the first goal. But if you come in second place in the North and you have 12 wins and you are in the playoffs, like, then just go win. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But, obviously, you want to win the division. You want to win those division games. What's this freaking cat doing, dude? Oh, yeah, this is rough. This is rough. Yeah, it seems like Brewers kind of got something going, and then they took that away from them. Packers don't have division game till Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's a weird schedule this season. How kind of early on. I wasn't very excited about playing a division game week 1, but they got that win. I know Lion fans. That's the funny thing about Lion fans is that every time they lose, they have an excuse. Like, they lost this week, they're like, the refs, Chiefs, all this boo-hoo. And then week 1, like, we weren't ready. It was week 1. It's like, if they lose this week, I just wonder what the excuse will be. You know what I mean? I bet that they're drawing it up right now. But anyway, watch talking about the Lions too much. Heard they'll cheap shot you at their earliest chance. Yeah, dude, Lion fans are crazy. I've actually had, like, some really messed up comments from Lion fans. But we keep it friendly. They don't all the time. But, here we go. That inning.
Exactly. That's all you need to say. Yeah. Ugh.
Who's the biggest threat to the Packers' dreams this year? Can't see any great teams. I think the Eagles. I think are going to be a tough problem. Completely. I think the Bucks too could be. See where the Bucks go like throughout the season where they're stacked up in the playoffs. But if I feel like the Bucks are a team, if they get hot, they're going to be really tough come playoff time. Because I feel like the playoffs, like when you have a team that, like those teams that they can their peak is high. They're not always up there, but if they get hot, you know what I mean, and they just start firing. But I would say the Eagles as the biggest threat for every team in the NFC. You know what I mean?
Agree
I
with
think
you on the
the
Buccaneers,
Eagles,
though. Yeah.
Yeah, the Buccaneers are our team to watch. Weird how other NFC North fans make a big deal out of winning the division. Hang the banner. We Packer fans are focused on championships. And that's what I like about we got the first pitch over here. Bottom of the seventh inning, 0-1 count. But that's what I like about Mike McCarthy. One of the reasons I respect him so much because he made that comment when they were talking about the division. And he said, we don't hang division banners around here. You know what I mean? That was straight down the middle for a strike, no swing. But and that's just a fact. The Packers don't hang division banners. They don't brag about division banners. I don't think I've ever bought a division banner hat, a division championship hat. I don't care about winning the division. Obviously, you want to win the division. But if you can still get the goal done, then it doesn't really matter. But I know Lion fans, they like those hats. You know what I mean?
Struck him out. 3 pitches.
Struck him out with 3 pitches over here. Okay, so I don't know. They should just hit this dude. Is that legal? Atani is up here to bat.
Yeah.
I would just hit him, dude.
This guy's horrible.
I mean, I'm not for like just hitting people, but like even like walk them. Like I'm for hitting people. I just want to be nice, not hurting, but I don't even think I would go after him. Yeah, MVP chants are coming out over here. And that's going to be a ball outside 0-2, no, 1-1 is the count. Baker is playing out of his mind. He is, dude. He's getting after it.
He's a good fit down there. Yeah, 100%.
All right, here we go. 1-1 count. And that's going to be outside. This is all I would do is just tap around the outside, see if he can swing at some, but don't give him anything good to hit. Just imagine being this pitcher. You walk out here, this dude just did 2 home runs, you know. He's a big dog. And you're just like, just don't have me on ESPN, bro. We're down 4-0. I don't need to be involved in this. I don't need to be on ESPN highlights. And that's going to be he got a hold of another one, dude.
Oh, dear
Lord.
my
goodness. He hit another home run. That's number 3. Why wouldn't you walk him in that situation? Like, I'm not a big baseball, whatever, know-it-all, but, like, why don't you walk him in that situation? He already had 2 home runs on you. Dude, I don't understand why you don't walk guys in situations like that. Isn't that what they do in baseball? Are you trying to say you're not scared? Because you're down 5-0.
Oh, God. No.
You know what I mean? That's some BS right there. Yeah. I mean, you can't do nothing but respect that, dude.
Sad Euchre.
Beast.
Sad Euchre gets posted up in the corner for the rest of the game. Yep. Oh, there we go. We got a note there. Okay.
So people who watch baseball all the time, isn't that like a spot that does that happen where they intentionally walk? They used to intentionally walk people.
Oh, yeah, they would. Yeah, if the guy's that hot.
Why in that situation they don't do that? You're down 4-0. He's been killing you. You got 2 home runs in the game, and then you give him another one.
I can tell you right now, Milwaukee's giving up. They're gassed. They're done.
He's too good for this league. They need to invent some other league for him with a dozen pitches all throw it at him. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like you can't do nothing but respect that. He's like the Michael Jordan of baseball. That's what it seems like. And just my little short experience watching him. Dude. Yeah, I think the dagger was on when I said, "Hey, thanks everyone for tuning in to the live watch party. Today we're going to watch the Brewers and the Dodgers." I think that was the dagger.
Here we go. Yep. Hey, get in the heater, Ricky. Yep.
What a horrible day to have eyeballs. You know what I mean? I'm glad I can only see out of one eye. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Watching his Brewer games, I don't need both my eyes for this one. Just I'm glad I got that one eye. I might even watch it out of my bad eye because it's kind of fuzzy. You can't see everything. Every time they show that replay, I'll just cover this eye up. I can't see nothing.
That when he threw that pitch, I was thinking of Euchre in Major League when he goes, and here's the pitch. And he goes, oh, Yeah. It's like, oh, man. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. 5-0 ball game. Count is 2-2.
Oh, I'm behind on the count here. Hang on.
Yeah, get it together over here.
I'm sorry, dude.
Trying to think of riddles and stuff. We're going to have a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. There we go.
All right, what's up, Jesse? If I remember correctly, Matt Flynn still holds the record for the most touchdowns as a Packer, and that's 6. In a game, he has 6 touchdowns. I don't know if it's the most or if it's tied. Didn't Aaron Rodgers?
I think there's a tie. Yeah, it's tied.
Yeah, I think he tied, but I think at that time it might have been.
Yeah.
Did Favre never throw 6 touchdowns?
I think I want to say,
but yeah, Matt Flynn is out there goaded. But we're gonna be right back. We're gonna step away here. I'm gonna need a new beer, and we'll be right back after these messages. And shout out to Jesse over here. All the great comments. You know what I mean? And Tuffy Socks. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a good name, right there.
Any news, Dan?
Not yet.
I love you.
We're here for you. Kwik Trip.
All right, here we go. 533 folks watching live across all the places. Yeah, here we go. Robert says Rodgers did it twice. Flynn did it once. So at the time that Flynn did it, did Rodgers do it yet? That's what I was wondering. Yeah. Here we go. Let's keep it moving. E-socks are the species name for muskies, and I have a Tuffy boat. Do you muskie fish, Matt? Want to go? I have never muskie fished. I haven't went fishing since I was a little kid. I've had some. I was talking to some people about going fishing and doing some content of me trying to fish. But yeah, I've been fishing since like when I was a kid. My family fished. I remember my mom. We'd walk down to Lakeside Park in Fond du Lac. We had like a wagon, and she had like all the fish and stuff. I was a little kid, so I like climb up on all the bleachers and get hurt and stuff. But we used to do some fishing. We're gonna have ourselves a fall. Is that in play?
Oh, fair ball.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So we're going to have a double over here right out the gate. Yeah, so he's the bright spot, they're talking about. That was a good hit right there. That's what you want. Okay, yeah, I think that's the same thing, yeah. But I'd be down to go maybe. I don't know. I've been fishing a long time. I don't really eat fish either. But
that is true.
Flynn did it first. Rodgers did it within a year of that. Then Rodgers did 2 years later. All right, yeah. That's how I thought it went. I think at that time they were saying, "Yeah, Rodgers never did that." You know what I mean? 6 touchdowns in a game is hard. It's not normal. First of all, they usually pull you out. If you score, if you're throwing 6 touchdowns, you get like 4, you get to 5. You're having a good time unless it's like a close game, but usually it's not. Oh, that was a off pitch over here.
But Matt does not eat fish. Yeah, I tried offering him bluegill fillets after visiting my dad in the UP, and he was like, "Ugh," like a little kid at a dinner table, like icky pooey.
Yeah. Matt Hillbilly hand fishes. Oh, about time Philly boy gets here. Game's almost over, but yeah, we got to give Philly the air horn over here. All right, so we are at the top of the 8th inning, 5-0 Dodgers. This has been an eventful live stream right here.
George.
All right, so what we got here? 3-1 count.
That is 3-1. Yeah.
So we got a man.
Did Durbin make it to third?
He went to third on that pitch.
He did. Yes.
Nothing gets by me. You know what I mean? I saw that with my left eye. That's gonna be a pitch up top, and that's gonna be a walk. So now they got two men on the corners. Try to get excited here, Vinny.
You're trying.
I'm a big time Packer fan, but couldn't give you my support against the Dodgers. That's all good. First of all, I know a lot of Dodger fans because a lot of Dodger fans are Packer fans. I know a lot of Packer fans from California and all over. A lot of them are Dodger fans. I see them on Instagram, people I follow. And I got no hate for Dodgers or their fans. They're good people. Dodgers are a good football team. What are you going to do? You know what I mean? But I shout out to all y'all California Packer fans. You know what I mean? Beep, beep. Plus, when Flynn did it, it was against the Lions, and it was the best New Year's Day for Packer fans. Dude, that was such a crazy, fun game. I remember Matt Flynn is playing at Lion fan, like, oh, we going to get this done, son. Like, they were just going to shut down Matt Flynn. That made Matt Flynn like $70 million. Here comes a pitch. He's going to get this thing off, fouled it off. Yeah, he ended up getting like $70 million contract, if I remember correctly, with Seattle Seahawks, but they drafted Russell Wilson. Matt Flynn did not win the competition in training camp, and then Matt Flynn was, I forget how he left, how it transpired.
Angry, probably.
But it was funny because someone said, how does this, someone said on Twitter one time, I remember the exact quote. We're going to get to this pitch first, and we'll talk about it. That's going to be followed off. But someone said on Twitter, how does it feel to get signed to a huge contract and then suck and then get let go or whatever? And he's like, pretty awesome. He's like counting his money. I forget exactly how it went, but he was like, yeah, I got paid a lot of money for nothing. A lot of that was guaranteed. I don't know how much he got guaranteed, but anyways, here we go. Man at the corners. This is gonna swing and a miss, and that's gonna be strike 3, and that's 1 out for the Brewers. Here we go. Philly boy. He says, you can only have 2 men on the corners. Yeah, you know what I mean? You can have more if you wanted to, but they, only 2 of them can run.
Oh, we got a pitching change.
Too. Oh, we have another pitching change over here.
Yep.
Brewers fend to pack it up. There you go, Mike. What's up? Matt Flynn is still busy counting his money. Good for him. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Can you imagine that? Getting paid like 50, 70. I don't know how much they guaranteed was. I think it was a $70 million contract. I don't know how much of it was guaranteed at that time. But getting all that money and then not even – I don't even think he played that season. Was he there a whole season? I don't even know if he was. But because I think, when you sign a guy, $70 million, whatever, that big contract, and then the rookie comes in, he's balling, you don't want that guy in the background. Like if you're like, hey, this is our guy, this is our future, you don't want that other guy lingering around back there kind of being it just causes like some quarterback stuff. Yeah, ask Kirk Cousins. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins is like one of the richest quarterbacks just from contracts ever. He got bank, and good for him. Let's eavesdrop on this conversation. There are 4 corners, so technically you can have 4. Yeah, there you go. See? Let them know tough. Yes, please feel bad for me as I wipe my nose with the $70 million. Yeah. Right. Dude, someone could pay me $70 million and fire me. I'm good with it. Could Wisconsin benefit having an NHL team? I think so. I think there's hockey fans in Wisconsin. I think they have like college level hockey, I believe, right there, Vinny?
Yeah, actually the Wisconsin Badgers women's hockey team is actually really good.
Yeah, I think there's so they got some teams. I think that they could have an NHL team in Wisconsin if you had it like in Madison, Milwaukee.
Yeah, you could definitely see that. Yeah,
I think. I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think that it would be supported. I think if you put a team in Wisconsin, professional football or a professional sports team, it's gonna be supported. I mean, obviously it's not like the Packers because the Packers, I mean, and all the teams in Wisconsin, they're like historic, like they've been here like since forever. And but I do think if they just plucked the NHL team, bing, in Madison or Milwaukee, I think people would go, people would show up, people would support. All right, what's up? Jesse says, plus Flynn has a Super Bowl ring with the Packers. Yeah, he did all right in life, you know. Shout out to Matt Flynn. He did all right in life. He's having a good time. Here comes Bryce Turang over here. Which NFC North do you dislike the most? I can't stand the Lions. It's the Bears for me. 100% all time. Here comes the Ball over here. But Lion fans have been getting annoying. You know what I mean? First of all, Lion fans are probably the biggest whiners in all of the NFL this season. The way they've been acting this last week is like unprecedented. It's insane how much. It's Friday and they're still complaining about it on Twitter. They're radio people. They're just unbearable. You lost, dude. Every time you lose, you don't have to have excuses. Here we go. We're gonna trying to get a double.
Oh no!
I think he's safe though on
safe,
first, right?
Safe, but we got to run. We got to run
over there. So it's gonna be not gonna be a shutout. It's gonna be 5-1, 4 runs, to go. Top of the 8th. But it's the Bears historically. Like when I was a kid growing up, my best friend lived next door. He's a Bears fan, so that's kind of how the Bears hatred for me comes, because whenever he came to my house, all my uncles, my family, they would like, you can't come here on Sundays, and like he would like troll them about the Bears, and it was just like kind of, I was taught like by all my family then the Bears are evil. They're the devil. You know what I mean? Like if you think about Waterboy, the devil.
The damn foosball.
So that's kind of where my hatred for the Bears comes from, and I did, I've always enjoyed making fun of the Bears. But I don't like the Vikings either. I don't like the Lions. I hate the least because they've never really been relevant. Their fans are kind of annoying these days. But I mean, I don't think all their fans. I think that it's just social media stuff, because fan bases on social media are just stupid. But here we go. Let's check this out. 1-0 count over here. Comes the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's going to be a 1-1 count.
Even in the 90s when the Lions were kind of good for a little bit, you didn't really want to rip on them too much because it was fun
we were always
watching.
kind of nice to Lions.
It was fun watching Barry Sanders play. He was awesome.
Yeah, Barry Sanders, I think, is the best running back of all time. I've always said it. We're going to have pop this thing off, and that's going to be a base hit over here. So we're going to have a man on first and second. But, I don't like any of the teams, but, Lion fans. And there's some diehard Lion fans. Like when I go to, I've been to Packer Lion games at Lambeau Field. Lion fans come to that. I know Michigan people. Like I live in Wisconsin. Like they're very close. I work with people from Michigan. Like they're good people. Like Lion fans. But just social media, every fan base, people are just trashy on social media. So it's not just it's not like representative of them. But here we go. What's up, Zane? We already got to that one over there.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it again if you want.
Excuse me. I think they're going to chat up over here on the mound.
Oh, they're stalling, because here we go.
Okay. Yeah, so if they could get an NHL team in Wisconsin, that'd be awesome. That'd be something. Hockey games are fun. I've been to hockey games. Like I think at the college level, I don't know. I remember like back when I was in like high school, I went to this hockey game, but it was like I think it's semi-pro or whatever it was. But that was like insane. The violence in hockey, like dude, they just get blasted up against the wall, and then they just let them fight too every now and again. I don't even know where the fighting comes from. They're just like, yeah, go ahead, we'll give you 30 seconds. Or like you could like do like the most. You could like shank someone. They're like, all right, go sit in the box for 30 seconds. That's.
Now, did you play hockey on the video games just to try to start a fight?
No, I never played.
No, never played. You got to try
video
it.
Games. I always stuck with sports. I knew what was going on. Never played soccer either. Video games. I don't know the rules.
All right.
Couldn't give an NHL team to Wisconsin because then Columbus would want one too. Yeah, they can't give a hockey team to Wisconsin because then the Vikings would want a football team. Here we go. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be Strike one, 2 outs over here. We got a man at first and second. So they got a situation going here. They can get something going, but 2 outs, you can't have no mistakes over here. Erica says the Bears still suck. You know what I mean? Lions have been irrelevant for 3 years. Don't take away from the 30 of sucking. Yeah, and then they're barely relevant. Like, they're not like, I mean, they got some playoff wins, but like, it's not like they're like, knocking on the door every single year and they like lose on some fluky stuff. Like, I don't know. Screw the Lions.
Well, if Yelich is going to do something, he's got to do it now. He's got to do it right now.
Time is now. Yelich is up here. Yeah, this is the moment. Just crack a home run. Slump is over. Win this game. Go on to win the whole series, and then go on to win the World Series. Seems easy enough to me. I have more respect for the history of the Bears. Oh, and he's going to pop this thing. This is not good.
Oh, dear God.
Yelich. Vikings are just idiots who continue to do nothing. So we're in the middle of the 8th inning over here. Absolutely little brother vibes. Hockey is the only sport that specifically has fight jerseys. I like that. Went to Kwik Trip today and saw pictures of Christian Yelich on all the milk cartons. You know what I mean?
Because he's missing. Yes.
You know what's funny? Because I was like, that could be. When I first started reading it, like, yeah, I could see that Christian Yelich. Because, Kwik Trip works with a lot of athletes in Wisconsin with their milk cartons. And that's what it is.
Yep.
I'm used to you doing football games, not baseball ones. Yeah, I usually don't do baseball, but it's something to do. It's playoffs, the Brewers, so we thought we'd hang out over here. 554 people are watching right now.
Yeah, and this is all experimental. We're just trying. See how it goes.
Like to use that word experimenting. I'm like, take it easy there, Vinny.
I know it's technical. No. He gives me a chance to talk and then tells me to shut up. That's what he does.
Say something. He's like, shut it down. Don't say that. Stick to the script. Can you imagine a team in Iowa and the professional land there? Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you build it, they will come.
They might not. I respect the history of the rivalry with Chicago. Absolutely, I do. And that's part of the why I don't. My beef with the Bears is I respect the rivalry. I respect the Bears' history too. Like, I don't like trash like everyone else's history because I love the Packers' history. So if you're gonna shout about the Packers' history and be like, respect that, well then you got to respect everyone else's history. And the Bears are one of the oldest teams. I mean, they only have one Super Bowl. And they really never had a quarterback throw over 4,000 yards, and they're really not good throughout the years. But that doesn't mean you can't respect them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's, the Bears, Packers back in the day, the beginning, they helped the Packers a lot. Yeah, I don't think they helped as much as people think, though.
It's not a mean rivalry either. I mean, it's been going on so long that we just kind of rip on each other.
Like I go back and forth with Bear fans. A lot of the people I go back and forth, Bears fans on the internet, like it's all fun. Like they troll me, I troll them a little bit. It's all. I've been on Bears podcasts. Like it's I got no hate for the people. It's just I hate their team. You know what I mean? The Vikings sure do love getting Packers hand-me-downs. Yeah, but someone leaves the Packers, the Vikings are like, let's look into that. Vikings to me are a fake franchise. Like I had Aaron Nagler on my podcast, obviously more than a few times. But one of the times he was on, we were talking about the Vikings, and he said the Vikings are a plastic franchise. There's a billionaire owners like, I want a Midwest football team. And they kind of threw them together. They have no history. They kind of stole a soccer team's chant, the whole skull thing. And nothing that they really have is not based in culture or history. It's just they threw it together, threw that whole skull thing together, stole it from a soccer team, and then they pretend like it's original. It's weird. But we're going to have a strike right here.
Yeah, that's where great.
And it's going to be, what is that, Jared Koenig? Pitch, I can't say name.
Yeah, Koenig. Jared Koenig. And the Vikings, that's where great Packers go to die. That's where they go. Yeah.
Aaron Jones is doing all right over there. I mean, he's not personally, I think he had some injury stuff over there. But I agree with Nags. They are the most synthetic franchise in the league. Yeah, he said it perfectly. He has a way with words. He's kind of a wordsmith, you know what I mean? Here we go. Here comes that pitch. That's going to be down low, but he swings at it, and that's going to be strike 3, and you're out of here. Can't stand that skull chant. Yeah, it's so stupid to me. And then they blow that horn.
Oh, that's so annoying.
They have former players coming, they blow the horn. It's like, I get it. You guys are Vikings or whatever, but like, I don't know. And then that biker guy they used to have, like the mascot, the biker Viking guy, I think he like sued them or something. There was some drama there. He did something. I forgot what it was. They had beef. All right. So I said it wrong. Koenig. All right, there you go. I gotta learn this stuff. You know, I mean, I'm gonna start focusing in on the Brewers maybe this offseason. Here we go. We got a pop up over here. I used to be a Brewers ambassador though. I used to go to the games. They hooked me up with some sweet tickets, some merch. Dude, like I went to a Brewers game one time when I was part of the ambassador thing, and they give you good seats. I was like in a 6th row or whatever, like I think behind first base or whatever. And then there was a player that came up like before the game, and he was like, his mom was taking pictures of him, and she's like telling him how to pose. All right, we got a foul ball over here. She was telling the player how to pose. Like he was like a young player, and he was like, "Mom, no, they'll take pictures. I'll send you them." She's like, "No," and she's trying to get him to take pictures as he's trying to warm up. It was like the funniest thing because she was like, "No, you know how moms are." Oh yeah, and that drum they did. I don't do they do the drum thing? I think they do. They kind of beat stuff over there. Phil said their chant is actually stole, but they have a D in there. Someone actually told me, like, from that I forget the culture that is actually the actual Vikings to come from, but someone said that the term skull isn't even used how they think it's used. The actual way it's used is like skull means like a bad thing, like we're not doing well. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think someone told me that from the country or the area of the world that the actual Vikings came from. But there we go. We're going to have a ball.
I always thought it was chewing tobacco.
Yeah. That's what Jess says. When do you think the NFL draft will come back to Green Bay? I know it will be a while, but like AJ Hawk said on the Pat McAfee show at the draft, Green Bay is the best place to have the draft. I wish it was here every year. It would be awesome. But I think it'll be about 10 years before the draft comes back to Green Bay. I think it will come back to Green Bay. I think Green Bay killed it, and they like how it went down and the whole thing. That draft, I was there. That was so magnificent. Like from you go to Stadium View, they had like 18 bands in 3 days. All the bars around there were getting after it. The draft itself, everything was set up. There was enough bathrooms. Like I didn't see any issues. What was that? What's that called?
That's a ball.
That's
that should have been a
right
strike.
there. That's a ball over here. But yeah, I think the Green Bay area absolutely hit it out of the park with the draft. I think it'll be back, but I think they're going to try a lot of different places. So I think it'll take some time. I think it kind of proved too that the Packers can host some stuff. I'm not saying they can host a Super Bowl right now, but maybe sometime at some point.
That would be cold.
I don't think Super Bowls will ever, and I'm not sure. I think Super Bowls should be in cold climates. People go to the Super Bowl like they want to, like even when it was in Dallas that Super Bowl 45, my wife was there. There people were sliding. They had like an ice storm. No one knows how to drive in the ice, so because it's Texas, and it was like kind of miserable, kind of getting around for a lot of people. I don't think that they don't want that more than not just the game, but the week of the game. They don't want like if there's a snowstorm now, people can't get to where they're trying to go, and it kind of like stops stuff from happening. But we'll see. Vikes stole that skull chant from the Icelandic soccer team. Not an original idea in that state. Yeah, absolutely not. But here we go. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be he got through over here. Oh, in the outfield. They're throwing it in. And where are they going to get? They have a man on first and second. I don't know what's going on here.
Man on first.
Man on first. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Here we go. Only support the Packers and Chiefs because my grandparents like the Chiefs, and I respect that. Like people who like kind of like side support a team because like that was your dad's team, or your grandparents' team, or whoever raised you or whatever. I kind of get that. I'm glad that all the people I know are Packer fans, so I don't have to.
Were your grandparents mad when the Packers beat them in Super Bowl I?
Why you gotta bring that up?
I'm sorry, I had to ask.
Craziest draft night ever when they picked Golden. It went nuts. Yeah, that was insanity over there. We're gonna have a ball over here. Philly boy, what's he going? Don't forget Denmark and Sweden. I'll put that out there. That's a bot. Not that one. Just one. Best viewers on streambot.com. Oh, I didn't mean to put it on the screen. Anyways, he's
thanks for that comment.
Oh, and he drops it. It's gonna be safe. Stolen base. Like the catcher's reaction. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
His face, it was like not that impressive. So 5-1 ball game over here. 2-0 is the count. Got a man on second base. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be down and away. What time is it? 10:13. Oh, my goodness.
Well, we had
I
that
don't know
late
what that
start,
gesture
though.
was,
It was a
but,
half an hour later, yeah.
I don't know what that means in baseball. But here we go. I was there for draft night, day one. Insane. It was absolutely insane. It's going to be inside. It's going to be a ball, and that's going to be a walk. But, yeah, I was there for the whole weekend. It was wild. Like Stadium View actually killed it. I was at Stadium View a lot. I was at we went to some concert over there. Ask Your Mother band was over there. I was in the front row. Ask Your Mother band in Stadium View, like that. They had this like tent, and it was awesome. Like just being that close, and they were just rocking. And then they were like playing "The Bears Still Suck," with the guitar and all that. It was awesome. So that was a fun time. The motorcycle Viking mascot wanted 20,000 per game, up from his 1,500 per game. Yeah, that's funny. They were like, "Nah, bro, we good with that." Oh, that I saw you at Stadium View. Yeah, I was at Stadium View quite a bit. I was on WIXX at Stadium View during the draft. That was the first time I was on WIXX and met Natalie and Corey and that whole crew over there. Huggy, you know what I mean? Shout out to Huggy. Then I was on WBAY, the local Green Bay news station. I was on WFRV. First time being on TV and stuff. That was pretty cool. I was on WFRV and I was like 8 beers in. You know what I mean? That was kind of funny. I was on there. I was like, "Ooh, look, Tom Zelaski over here, bro." Shout out to Tom Zelaski. But here we go. First and second, and now he gets this thing up in the air. It's gonna be out or a home run. Looks like it's gonna be out.
Drive back on the warning track. Third out.
That's 3 outs are gonna end this thing. I saw you over down by the WXX stage. I was upstairs in the VIP lounge. There you go, living it up over there, VIP style. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was an awesome day. That was fun. I was a little nervous on that. I was just shaking back some beers, just try to calm down. I was worried that they were gonna ask me some hard questions, but they didn't. They're awesome. All right, we're gonna be right back after these messages. We are at where are we at the bottom? What are we at? Top of the ninth.
Top of the ninth.
This thing's almost over, man.
Hey, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolet.
The Ultimate fan would know that the Packers played their first ever road game in Ishpeming, Michigan.
An Ultimate fan would know that Coach LaFleur was the 15th head coach and that he won 7 out of his first 8 games.
If anyone should decide who the Ultimate Packers fan is, I should make that call.
Coach LaFleur?
Could you make the cut and become the Kwik Trip Ultimate Packers fan presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar?
One lucky fan will win a prize pack that includes $50,000 and 2 tickets to every Packers home and away game next season. Full rules at QuikTrip.com/sweepstakes.
All righty. Here we go. We're out of trivia. I think we had 3 questions right there.
That was it, yeah. We'll have more trivia for the Packer game, though. Yes.
Yeah, we'll have some good stuff for the Packer game. But, yeah, shout out to Tough over here hanging out with us, hammering the chat. I appreciate that. Makes this a lot more fun when people are real active in the chat. But here we go. Super Mac Rally Flex, dude. Let's get it. Get Super Mac Rally Flex over here, baby.
You want a Super Mac? You want?
We got a good one. We got a good one, Philly.
Here we go.
What about the other one with the Brewer dude?
Oh, I got that. You want that?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, let's do that. You got to get rid of Philly, though. There you go.
Oh, look at that. We got the Brewers flag right here. That's the rally flag right here. That's what we need. So here we go. Top of the 9th inning. Brewers up, and that's going to be a strike, bottom of the strike zone over here. So the Dodgers, dude, what are they, 3 outs away?
3 outs away from going to the World Series, yeah.
Here we go. What's sad about NFC North is Green Bay might last team with open stadium with Chicago Bears trying to get a dome stadium pass. Dude, I don't understand the whole dome stadium, like why you want a dome stadium. I think if you live in the Midwest, you live in a cold area, like the Bills, everyone's talking about the Bills should enclose their stadium, and then they've had to cancel games. They're not canceling games because the stadium is full of snow. They're canceling games because the streets are full of snow. Here we got a hit over here, right up the gut. And he's not got a single. But that's why games are canceled in Buffalo when they had those big snowstorms. It's not because of the stadium; it's because of the streets. People can't get to the stadium safely because they get those big blizzards or whatever. I don't ever agree with building domes. The reason owners want to build domes is because they want to put concerts in them. They want to sell them out and in different ways, and they want to make more money off them. But it's a football field, bro. It's a football field. You can have your little concerts, but no domes, no turn it into like a concert venue. That's going to be up top, takes a swing, though, and that's going to be a strike one. I don't mind like if they have concerts at Lambeau Field. I don't care what they do. Make your money. But it's a football field first, and that's how Lambeau Field operates. And that's not how all stadiums operate. Like Jerryland, he's got a concert hall where they play football on Sundays. All right, you got a hit over here, but that's going to be caught, and that's going to be an out. So the Dodgers are 2 outs away over here. And, fun season for Brewer fans, but it does appear it's going to end. Does the flag magically turn into a Karma L flag? Take it easy, Vinny. You shut it down. Here we go. 1 out. Here's the pitch, and he gets a crack of that, but that's going to be fouled off. I like how everyone in the stands just looks. Everyone just looking at that ball. You know what I mean? And then, except for the person standing there, like, drinking their beer. They just get blown up. You got a swing. He hits the hit, and they're going for the double play.
Oh, no.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're going to get 1.
Yeah, they're going to get 1. They weren't able to get that throw off. There you go, 1 out to go. Definitely see you next time, Milwaukee Brewers. You know what I mean? That'll happen. Here comes the swing. It's up. It's going towards the wall. And that's going to be out.
And that's it.
And I'm turning that TV off because I don't want to see that celebration. You know what I mean? I don't watch the other team celebrate against my team in a playoff situation. So there it is. It is over, Philly boy. Hey, I want to give a shout out to right here, Tuffy Socks. You know what I mean? I like that name too. You know what I mean? I appreciate all Hammer in the chat. Philly boys here late. Better late than never. We got Aaron over here. I appreciate you. But yeah, and congratulations to the Dodgers. They're off to the World Series. So, Vinny, who are you going to be rooting for come this World Series? I mean, I don't think it's decided on the other side yet, but
anybody but the Dodgers. In my opinion,
not going to root for the Dodgers?
No, they won it last year. I'm going to go for the American League this time. I want to see somebody different win.
I haven't watched any games on the other side, but I think the Dodgers are a really good baseball team. I think they might win. Yeah, always next year. You know what I mean? Philly Boy says, go Seattle. So, all right, we're going to wrap this thing up. We are going to be live for Sunday for the Green Bay Packers. We're probably only going to do one game on Sunday, just a Packer game. I'm not going to do Sunday Night Football. But come hang out for Sunday. Maybe we'll do a post-game show, or maybe we'll just hang out afterwards. I don't know for sure. We'll see what we do. But we're going to have some trivia questions. We have some good stuff planned for the Packers game. So come hang out. Green Bay Packers, Arizona Cardinals. We're going to get after it. We have 596 folks watching live as we sit right now. I appreciate y'all. Bring on the lockout. You know what I mean? Bring on the salary cap. Bring a salary cap to baseball. That's my opinion. Bring us. I mean, do it the right way. Don't ruin the game. But smart people could figure that out if they needed to. You know what I mean? But here we go. Aaron said had a hell of a season, even with the results. That's what it is. 325. I don't even know what that means, Philly boy. But we're gonna wrap this thing up. Appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, that's the time that the Packers play on Sunday. 325. I say 3:30. Whatever.
Yes.
104 people watching live, but we're gonna wrap this thing up. Be sure to subscribe, follow, like, all those things. You know what I mean? And come hang out for Sunday for some Green Bay Packers football. I do a little bit better of a job watch party wise with the NFL. You know what I mean?
But I got some surprises lined up for Sunday too. So yes,
this is my second baseball stream. I think I had fun. I had fun hanging out with the chat.
It was fun. It was definitely fun. Yes.
Yeah, but the Brewers lost. So, anyways, we're out of here. Go Pack, go Brew Crew. Come back next year. Go Bucks. They got the they're starting up. All right, Giannis. You know what I mean? All right, we're out of here. Go Pack, go. Appreciate y'all watching. Shout out to Jay Welsh over here. You know what I mean?